The USC Trojans are one of the most legendary programs in the history of college football, with some of the greatest legends of all time strapping it up for the Trojans. They reigned supreme from 2003 to 05, securing 2 national titles and coming this close to winning a 3rd straight in 2005. They also went on a 34-game win streak over this time and had a pair of Heisman Trophy winners at the helm of the ship. And during this time, they had one of the most talented teams we have ever seen. But since the end of the 05 season, they've had some good seasons and some great players, but haven't been back to a national championship or even the college football playoff. So my mission is I'm going to start with the 2003 USC roster, and I have to catapult the Trojans back to national prominence and create the greatest dynasty of all time. Right now, the gold standard is Nick Saban's run at Bama, where he has won 6 national championships in 16 years. And I have already tried this challenge with 2 schools. First, the 08 Crimson Tide, and I was able to win 7 national championships in 16 seasons. Then I tried it again with the 01 Miami Hurricanes, where I won 9 national championships in 16 years. But here's the twist. I'll be creating the top 24 recruits from real life recruiting classes from each season. Watch me try to sign the nation's top high school recruits and dive into significant matches such as the Pac-12's championship game and any national championship games we make. In all, I've crafted over 320 recruits over 14 recruiting classes, and we'll be simulating each season from 03 to the conclusion of the 2018 season. If you have any suggestions for other historic teams I should take on in a future dynasty challenge, drop a comment down below. This is going to be part 3 of this series. Part 1 and 2 will be linked down in the description, and in part 1 we broke down 5 seasons from 2003 to 2007. Then in part 2 we broke down 5 more seasons from 08 to 2012. Then this video here is going to be the last part in the series where we go from 2013 to 2018. All right, so here we are in the final part of my USC rebuild. Now, we started in 2003. My goal, I have 16 seasons to win as many championships as I can. In the first episode, we played 5 seasons. I won 4 national championships in the 5 seasons. In video 2, we played 5 more seasons. I won 2. So I'm at 6 national championships, and we have 6 seasons to go in this video. And my goal is to win at least 9. I've done this rebuild 3 times, as you guys would have seen in the intro. So if I could win 3 out of the next 6, I would tie my record. And if I win 4 of the next 6, I would obviously win 10 championships in 16 years, beating my Miami run. So that is kind of the rundown. Now, if you guys haven't seen the first episodes and you're just watching it from here, what I do is I restarted at 2003 with the really historically great USC team with Reggie Bush, Matt Leinart, Lendale White, Mike Williams, all those guys. And then I do real life recruiting classes and recruit real life players each season that I make custom. So this is going to be the 2013 season and the 2014 recruiting class. So the recruiting class is always 1 year ahead. So yeah, this is my 2013 roster. And then we'll just take a quick look at it and then we'll get into the recruiting class. So going through, I am absolutely stacked right now. I have 299 quarterbacks with a sophomore, Marcus Mariota, who led us to a national championship, went 14-0 as a starter last season. So he's going to be my starter for the next 3 years. And then this Hodges will be a backup. And then I have some other young guys that'll back up the next year. Then at running back, we have this Tim Golden, who's going to start this year. Then I have a few these 2 juniors who are pretty good. But then I got a freshman, redshirt freshman, Todd Gurley, who redshirted last year. By next year, he is going to be my starter and he'll start for 3 years. Going over to wide receiver, and I have a crazy threesome. I got Alshon Jeffrey with Robert Woods and Devontae Adams as my top 3 receivers. Absolutely crazy. Just a wild 3 players that I'm bringing to the table. Then we have a bunch of just kind of auto-generated guys down below, but all, good players as well. If we move on to tight end, this is actually where I got kind of screwed. Last year, I had a really good freshman who I was bringing along and he transferred out. So I have 3 true freshmen playing tight end right now. OJ Howard, who played at Bama, will be my starter. We go down to left tackle. We got Taylor Lewan, barstool guy, played for the Tennessee Titans, Michigan Wolverines. Then we got Ronnie Stanley as his backup, who played at Notre Dame. He'll be my left tackle starting next year. We have this Tyler Green, who's going to be our starting guard this year. At center, we have Josh Garnett, who played at Stanford. I moved him from guard to center, and he started last year for us as a true freshman. We got Joey Bell as a sophomore at right guard. Then at right tackle, we have Sirius, not going to pronounce his name, but he played at Alabama, big right tackle. We move to end. My defensive ends and defensive line in general is absolutely insane. We got this Andrew Lowe, who's really good. We got Jadavon Clowney as a sophomore. He still never started a game for us because we're so loaded. Then we have a junior in behind him. On the other side, we got Vic Beasley, who played at Clemson, was a top 10 pick by the Falcons. We got this Jamal Burton. Then we got Eric Armstead, who played at Oregon, was like a top 10, 15 pick by the 49ers. Then another sophomore here and another freshman who's 6'7", 240. Moved to D tackle, we got Sharif Floyd and Sheldon Richardson on the inside. Then Jonathan Davis, who's an auto-generated player, and then DeForest Buckner, who actually moved from defensive end to D tackle. If we move to left outside linebacker, we got Lily and Luke, a junior and a senior. Both look pretty good, and a freshman, and behind them all auto-generated. Then at middle linebacker, we got Bobby Wagner, absolute freak show in the middle. He's a senior for us this year. And then as his backup, we just recruited last year Jalen Smith, played at Notre Dame, was like a possible like top 5 pick before he blew out his knee in his last college game at middle linebacker. Then at right outside linebacker, we have Manti Te'o and this Robert Flanagan, who's his backup. Moving out to corner, we got this Chris Turner, who's a senior. We got Ian Stewart. They're both auto-generated. Then we have a true freshman. We have a couple of true freshmen, Jalen Ramsey and Tre'Davious White, who I got in our last recruiting cycle. We have a sophomore, a freshman. So not really sure. I'm honestly might redshirt both them and just let this Steve Ball. Honestly, corner, we're just okay at right now. At safety, we have Tyrann Mathieu, the Honey Badger, at free safety. Then we have a 6'4", 230-pound backup who's a sophomore. He'll probably start for us next year, who looks pretty good. At strong safety, we have this Petway. We also have Anthony Barr, who's actually going to be our starter. I recruited him as a linebacker, but I moved him to safety. And then we got another strong safety junior in behind him. We got a senior kicker and a freshman punter. So that is the team. We are absolutely stacked, absolutely loaded. One of the best teams we have put together. Now, we are going to get into the recruiting. So like I said, I make real life recruiting classes. So in this NCAA 14 build that I play, you can max make like 23 or 24 recruits. So that's what I do every single year, and the rest will be auto generated. But it's really cool because you're going to see all these guys. I try to recruit the best players, and the rest gets cycled through the rest of college football, and it's just really cool to see. So gonna go to all prospects, and honestly, this is maybe the best recruiting class we will have the whole time. Out of all the years, this 2014 recruiting class is absolutely insane. So we have 2 created quarterbacks, and they are both unbelievable. First, we have Deshaun Watson, played at Clemson, won the national championship, got drafted by Houston. We won't talk about what happened after that, but in college, even in his first few years in the NFL, absolutely incredible. Then the other one is the GOAT, Patrick Mahomes, who played at Texas Tech. He's looking at Wisconsin, Penn State, Army, Navy. So honestly, not the biggest schools. It would be kind of wild if he goes to Penn State, because Penn State has started to put together some crazy recruits. We honestly don't really need a QB. I'm probably going to go after this 4-star just because we're first on his board. We might as well. But we have Marcus Mariota, who's only a sophomore this year. Moving on to running back, and Christian McCaffrey from Colorado, played at Stanford. He was the #1 guy I wanted. This is a really good running back room. So there's Christian McCaffrey. I'm going to add him to our board, even though we're not high on him. We got Dalvin Cook. We got Leonard Fournette. Dalvin went at Florida State, LSU for Fournette. Joe Mixon, he's from Cali, and we're not on his board too. I'm going to add him. And then Nick Chubb. Like, what an insane running back room. We do have Todd Gurley, so it's not like we really need one, but kind of wild we're not on any of their lists, but that is fine. They're going to get spread out. The top 2 guys are looking at OU, Michigan, Notre Dame, Nebraska. UCLA, Cal, San Diego State, and Alabama, Georgia, Notre Dame. We go to wide receivers, and we got 3 good ones. First, Tyreek Hill. Even though I'm not high on his list, I am adding him to the group. Also, Deebo Samuel, who played at South Carolina. And once again, we're first on his board, so I'm 100% adding him. And then the other one is Terry McLaurin, who played at Ohio State. We're actually not on his list. Screw it. I might just add him and see what we can do. We also have a 4-star and 2 other 4-stars who are first on their board, so we'll add them up. If we go to tight end, there is one custom tight end. It is Mark Andrews, absolute freak, played at Oklahoma, Baltimore Ravens. We are going to add him. We're second on his board. We'll have a good shot at him. Other than that, we don't really need tight ends. We go down to offensive line. I always prioritize offensive line. I try to get between 4 to 2 offensive linemen every recruiting cycle. You need 5 starters, so always trying to recruit offensive linemen. The first one's Isaiah Wynn, who got drafted by the Patriots, played at Georgia. We're second on his board. We'll add him. Then there's also Orlando Brown. We are not on his board. And then the other one is Cam Robinson right here, not on his board either. So we will add, we also got some 3-stars. We'll add that 3-star. Honestly, not doing great with the tackles. We'll add maybe this Aaron guy as well. Going down to guards, and we have a superstar, all-pro, all-world guard, Quentin Nelson. We are not on his list, but I don't care. We're going after him. We also have Clayton Lester. We'll add him. He's an auto-generated, a 3-star. Honestly, not incredible with the offensive line, but maybe we'll add this guy as well. Okay, getting down to centers, we have they're all auto-generated, so we'll just kind of sort and add. We'll add this 1 3-star. Not doing as good with the O-line as I usually do in this class. Okay, moving on to defensive ends, and we only have 1, but he's an absolute freak show. Went to Texas A&M, the 2nd overall pick in the NFL draft. We are second on his list. We are 100% going after Myles Garrett, of course. We also have this 4-star who we're first on. Honestly, we don't really need D-lines, so we're just going to go after those 2 here. Moving on to D-tackles, I don't think we have any. The D-line is not crazy in this recruiting class, but it's got basically everything else. And we actually kind of do need D-tackles a tiny bit, so we'll add those some 3-stars more just for depth purposes. So yeah, honestly, front 7 isn't crazy. We really only have 2 players. We have no outsides, so we'll just kind of sort. We got a 4-star here who we're 1. Go to middle linebackers. There's only 1, but he's an all-pro in the NFL, and I think we should be pretty high on his list. Fred Warner. I knew he was he's from Cali, so I thought we'd have a good shot at him. Yeah, if we could get him and we had Jalen Smith last year, just build our linebacking core around those 2, that would be insane. A few years ago, we got Bobby Wagner and Teo in the same recruiting class, so it's kind of similar. Okay, moving on to corner, we got 3 good ones. We got Marshawn Lattimore, who played at Ohio State. That's where he's leaning. We got Adoree Jackson, who actually played at USC. We're not on his board. Then we got Marlon Humphrey, and we're actually second on his board. We'll for sure add him. We'll add Ruffin and Dowell, who are both. I think I'm gonna add Marshawn Lattimore also. We'll just kind of see if we can sneak in on him. We'll go for this 4-star as well, but we're actually kind of filling up quick here. Okay, we have 3 safeties as well. So free safety, we have Budda Baker. I'm shocked we're not on his list. I might add Budda. We're going after a lot of guys who are not high just because I like to go after the superstars and see what we can do. Then strong safety, we got 2. We got Jabril Peppers and Jamal Adams. We're not on either. I'm going to add Jamal, and we'll add this 4-star as well. And we're actually loaded up now. I want to look at athletes because usually there's some good athletes. Okay, I gotta open up a few spots for these athletes. Yeah, I open up some spots for athletes. So we'll go 5-star, 4-star, 4-star, just the ones who were first in. And that is where we'll wrap it up. So that's what our first part of our recruiting board looks like. Really crazy recruiting class, so many good guys, so we'll see what we can do with it. Okay, we're gonna go through and look at our red shirts here and just see who we can redshirt. We have to go through, no wide receivers, tight ends. We'll probably do this Christian Webb just so he's at least not the same class as the other guys. We'll do this freshman here. O-line, we'll do this 78 freshman. Left ends, nothing. Right ends, we'll do George Garnett. D tackles, nothing. Left outside, we'll do more. Middle, we'll buy a year with Jalen for sure. Corner. I think I'm going to do Jalen and Tre'Davious this year. We'll just start this ball in the slot, and then we'll do this Bean as well. Then I was kind of looking at safety. So we have a senior in Petway. I was thinking we could honestly start Petway and Barr this year, because this is Petway's last year no matter what. I could redshirt Matthew for a year. I'm sure he would hate it in real life, but we could redshirt Matthew, play 297s, then play Barr and Matthew next year, and we'll have 299s there. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm sure in real life, obviously, Matthew would throw a fit. He's like, in my senior year, you're trying to redshirt me just to buy a year, but whatever. Okay, we're going through our depth chart. Obviously, we're going to start Mariota. We're going to start Golden this year, but I'm going to make Gurley the number 2 back. Wide receiver, yeah, we'll play Robert Woods in the slot. We'll play Devontae. I like that. OJ Howard is going to start. Left tackle, left guard. We should be good. Defensive end, low with Clowney behind him. We'll let Burton. We'll play Clowney. D tackle, we'll just play our 4. Left outside, should be good. Should be fine. Should be fine. Corner. Ooh, okay, actually, we got to look at safety here. So we're playing Barr, and we're playing... No, let's play Petway here. And then we'll play ball in the slot. Bailey can be the backup. That's what we're going to do. Looks pretty good. We got Randy. Sure, you can be our kick returner, punt returner, Randy Jackson. So that is our red shirts. Now we're going to look at our custom schedule. Now, if you guys didn't watch the earlier episodes, I actually, after about year 2, I wanted to make it just a little tougher on myself. So I added Texas and Oklahoma to the Pac-12. So now it's really the Pac-14 with Texas and Oklahoma in it. So it makes our schedules tough. We have at least an A- schedule every single year. This year looks actually not terrible. Start with North Texas. We got Oregon, Oklahoma, Cal, then Utah, who's number 7, Colorado, Notre Dame, who's kind of taken a step back. They actually beat us in a national championship game a few years ago. Arizona, Arizona State. Open, then Army, Louisiana Monroe, and we end with UCLA. So honestly, not the hardest schedule. We definitely had tougher. Okay, now at the start of each season, I like to go through and I like to look at the top 25 teams, Heisman Watch, All-Americans, then look at some of the rosters of the other teams in the country who we're going to have to play and who I think, will be our biggest competition. So we're an A+ 99. Penn State is an A+ 99. Clemson and Nebraska look decent. Bama looks decent. Michigan looks okay. Utah looks decent. Ole Miss, wow, there is... Okay, so Georgia's an A+. Florida's an A. Ohio State's an A+. Texas A&M and Texas both look good. They're just not highly ranked. Notre Dame looks okay. Miami looks okay. Army actually looks okay. Auburn looks okay. Nebraska, Mizzou, Cal. Okay, so that's kind of where the A+ are looking. Not a ton this year. We're really eating up so many recruits. I think it's tough for people right now. So Marcus Mariota is the Heisman frontrunner as a sophomore. Johnny Manziel went to Tennessee. He's in 2nd. And then we have 2 auto-generated players. Then Keenan Allen at Alabama. He played with Andrew Luck last year, and he put up 1,800 receiving yards and 19 touchdowns. And he's back for his senior season, which is crazy. If we look at All-Americans, we got Mariota on first team, Keenan Allen for Alabama, Taylor Lewan at left tackle. Our left end is a first team All-American, our corner, and our kicker. And then if we go second team, I don't know if we were going to have any. We have Bobby Wagner, second team All-American, and that is it. So that's the All-Americans. Now we're going to go through, look at, like I said, some of the other teams, look at the rosters and just kind of see who looks like the other best teams in the country. You see, we are absolutely loaded. We're going to be the best team on paper every year, the rest of the sim. We just recruit way too well, but there are going to be teams that can beat us. Like this team, low-key's good, but not probably deep enough. They have Teddy Bridgewater as a sophomore quarterback, Timmy Jernigan in the middle, Devontae Freeman, and Keenan Allen. Just those 3. Keenan Allen playing with Devontae, with Bridgewater, that is a really good top 3. And then, they have some depth all the way down. So Bama looks pretty good. Gonna keep going down. Clemson won a natty a few years ago, but they lost a ton. They had Julio Jones, Terrell Pryor. They had a bunch of guys, Daquan Bowers. They had another QB who was sick too. They were really good for a few years, kind of falling back to earth. Florida looks good this year. LaMarcus Joyner and Bradley Roby's a nasty twosome. Then they got Cooks and Marcus Lattimore. They have a decent quarterback. He's a senior. Amari Cooper. Okay, they've actually been recruiting really good on offense. This sophomore, they haven't got the really like elite QB. This guy will be okay by next year. But Marcus Lattimore and Derrick Henry. Holy, so Henry will take over next year. They got Brandon Cooks and Amari Cooper, both back over the next 2 years. Okay, so these guys are putting in work. I like it. Florida State, they haven't done anything this sim. If we look at Georgia, D-Hop, Gary Brock, Carpenter, Safarian Jenkins, Lael Collins, they look good. They look deep. If we look at their QBs, so this guy's a junior, so he'll start the next 2 years. Then they're going to need this Clark unless they get one of these big-time recruits. They should have a good shot at Deshaun Watson, but Gary Brock over the next 2 years should be pretty good with them. Running back, they're okay. They got D-Hop this year. They got a couple of good juniors. So, yeah, they're good. Georgia probably is the second best team in the country, it looks like right now to me from all the teams we've looked at. If we keep going down, Miami, they got this Wilkerson, but they got Jameis Winston. So he'll start for them next year, and obviously is going to be a great QB for them, but I don't know if they're recruiting good enough around him. Michigan looks pretty good. Sheriff, nice. Evan Hayward. I thought it was Cam Hayward. We had Cam Hayward. Dante Fowler. They look okay, but not too super scary. Notre Dame was really good a few years ago. They had RG3, Travis Kelce, and Tavon Austin on one team, which was absolutely wild. They did win a national championship, beating us in the national championship game. They have 2 senior quarterbacks. They really need a quarterback to come in, though. They do have a good QB, obviously, this year. Pretty good also, but not incredible. Ohio State looks really good. They got Aaron Donald. They just stole Donald from me. It was us or Ohio State. He went to Ohio State. A couple of good running backs, right tackle, some wide receivers. They got Stephon Diggs, DJ Humphries on the O-line. If you look at QB, they got this Chad Mills. Oh, they got Jared Goff last year. Okay, so they actually do have a good QB recruit, who he'll probably start for them by next year. And yeah, they'll be set up for success. They got to recruit around him, but that's big. OU, who's in our conference now, looks okay. They were really good for the first few years. Oregon's ranked this year, but they look okay. Not super scared of them. Penn State has been putting together some recruiting classes. They got a left and right end, both 99s. William Golston's a real player. Going back down, they've been doing really good recruiting the last few years, but they're pretty young as far as like the real life players. But they Laramie Tunsil, Jonathan, Ezekiel Elliott, Jonathan Allen, they've got some really good guys coming in. At QB, they have a senior. This sophomore could turn into be a good player by next year. So, I mean, I think Penn State's going to be one of the teams to watch. Okay, going down, Tennessee. I mean, they got Johnny Football at QB for the next 2 years. 3,100 yards, 34 touchdowns last year, just passing. Nice tight end. It's not a horrible place for him to go. I mean, but they just don't. They haven't been recruiting good enough to put the weapons around him where they're going to be like, look at their receivers. They have 2 guys even in the 80s. They do have a good tight end, but yeah, I don't know. They haven't put the team around him, but obviously Johnny Football's a great player. We look at Texas. They got Quandre Diggs, Odell Beckham, a couple of good receivers. Who is their QB, though? Courtney Harper. He's decent, 89 overall. They haven't been getting that next QB in, though. A couple of good running backs. They do have a really good group of receivers here. They do need to get some more in, though, because next year they'll only have OBJ. So, yeah, Texas is good, but I don't think they're quite national title contenders. If we go A&M, they've had a good QB forever, except for this year. They did get JT. So this guy's actually pretty good, but they had a run where they had Colt McCoy and Chase Daniels at the same time. Then they got Blake Bortles, and now they have this Hale, who actually looks decent. Then after him, they'll have JT Barrett. So they've done a just really good job of consistently having a quarterback in place, which makes it just a lot easier to complete. They have Mike Evans and Jarvis Landry right now, both as juniors, with a bunch of other good receivers in behind them. Not much at tight end, but yeah, this team's going to be deadly. A very tough team. To wrap it up, we got UCLA, who we play at the end of the year. Look decent, but not super scared of them. Utah, they just had Derek Carr for the last 4 years. He is gone. They have nothing in at QB. So honestly, they're ranked pretty high right now, 7th in the country, but that's more off last year's team, not what this year's team is going to be. Look at Washington. They're really good in the trenches, really good O-line, some ends, left tackle, but they haven't been really recruiting the real life players. So there we go. Other thing I forgot to look at that I do like to look at the start of the year is the championship contenders. This kind of just shows who's projected to be the next best team over the next few years. Got us this year. Ohio State looks really good over the next 3 years. Georgia looks really good. Texas looks good next year, and then they take a dive. Same with Wisconsin, A&M. But the next year, who jumps up? Penn State, Stanford, Michigan, Miami, but especially Penn State. In 2 years, they're going to be very good, and they look like they're going to keep it going with the recruiting. Okay, so that was a lot of just intro and stuff real quick. Also, there's a skill tree for recruiting in this game. So I have it all unlocked, and the best ability is called the Saban factor. You get a 20% chance of an auto commit when you offer a scholarship, but it only works if you are the #1 team on their list. So right now I'm going to open up with recruiting, and I basically just go down and offer a scholarship to everybody. Now, if I'm first on their list, you can see the list. So here, Deebo Samuel, I have a 20% chance of when I offer him a scholarship of him auto committing on the spot, but it's only if we're #1. So let's see, no auto commit there. So we're just going to go down and auto commit. Usually I'll get at least 2, sometimes as much as 4 auto commits a year. But this year I went after a lot. Okay, so there's our first one. We get a 4-star guard auto commit on day 1. These are huge because now I don't have to spend points on this guy as far as trying to get him to sign later on. So we just get the recruit right there. Okay, we get another 4-star defensive end, which is huge. But this is, okay, and we get a D tackle, a 3-star. And you can see it's costing me points. So each time I offer this is 50 points. So next week as well, I'll get all these points back for offering scholarships though, so that will be nice. So we do get even, okay, and we get a corner, 4-star corner. Love it. So we already got 4 guys, which that's awesome. That's a great start to the recruiting class, even if we don't get any more. No, we don't. Okay, so now I'm going to offer all my points out, and then I'll just show you guys kind of where we're sitting. All right, so we're going all stars this one. There's just so many superstars I want to get here. I've never really done this, but I'm really only going after the stars here. We'll try to fill in the rest of the class as we go. But so I lost about 1,700 points for all the scholarships I gave out. So I'm going to offer 700 to Fred. That's the max you can offer. Marvin, who are not, both these guys were doing well with Marlon. Reek, we really got to spend to get back in it. We're doing good with Deebo, but I'm going to offer more to him after. Isaiah Wynn, we're doing pretty good. Quentin Nelson, we got to just see if we can even get in it. Then the other 2 we're going to go hard after are Buda Baker and Myles Garrett. Yeah, so we're going to see, and then, we're not even offering any points to anybody else. We'll just kind of have to see how we can fill in, once we sign some guys. So we're going to advance week. Now, another thing while we're advancing through this bye is also other coaches can have this Saban factor ability. So after week 1, maybe Myles Garrett or someone like that will have auto committed and they'll just be gone and we won't have a chance. When there it is. So Marlon Humphrey, that really sucks because we were actually #2 on his board and he auto committed to Ohio State. Now that sucks because he's really good, but it is going to allow us to open up some points. So we're going to go after Fred Warner. Even 200 more points, we're doing good. We jumped way up with Reek. Okay, we're doing really good with Deebo. So I'm actually, looks like people aren't going after him hard. I'm going to pull back on him. We're doing good with Isaiah Wynn. Didn't really gain ground there. We actually lost a little bit there, but we can go another. We actually gained quite a bit with Buddha, so we're going to offer more points. So now I have another 2,000 points. I'm going to go through, make the rest of my board, and then I'll show you guys what it's looking like. Okay, so looking at recruiting, I also added Jamal Adams. Now we're starting way behind because I did not offer him any points, but we'll see what we can do. Also a guard. He's only 3 stars, but he's a 77 overall is when we scouted him. Then we got a corner who's a 4-star, and then we got 4 athletes. I love to go after the athletes. I find they're very under recruited and you can usually get them for a lot less points. So that is what we're looking at right now, guys. And yeah, we'll see how we do. Okay, so we have our first game of the year. We got North Texas. We're going to sim through. Now, how I usually do it is I'll sim through, and then at about the midway point, I'll find a big game. We'll watch some of it. I'll super sim through some of it. Then I'll go till the conference championship game. If we make it, we'll usually watch it. And if we make the natty, we'll watch that as well. So that's kind of how it works. So we'll just start with the first few games simming. We play North Texas. We put up 56 on them. That is what we like to see. Okay, we're going to sim through week 2. We got number 16 Oregon. So first ranked opponent of the year. Decent team. And we got a 41-0 win. I like that. Yeah, and basically, guys, we got to try to go undefeated basically every year. You lose a game, there's a good chance you don't make the national championship. Now, we made it 3 times to the natty where we did have a loss, but then you're just playing with fire if you have a loss, because it's up to the committee. Are they going to put you in the natty or put someone else? Okay, we got Oklahoma next game of the year. They're 1-1. Got to keep our winning ways going. Win, so off to a really nice start in the sim. Okay, we got Cal. So let's kind of see. We don't really have. This schedule actually was low-key kind of the easiest we've had in a while. Maybe we'll go at Notre Dame and we'll just check out some of that game, but we'll keep simming here. Well, maybe Utah next week. Like, Utah's 11, but they're really not that good. I mean, it is a ranked team, so maybe we'll just do this Utah game. 33-3 win. Gonna be 4-0. Ooh, so we lost Quentin Nelson. We were never really super in on him. Okay, so we got 3-1 Utah. They are the number 9 team in the country, so we'll check it out. They're not great. So we are the number 6 offense and the number 1 defense, allowing 7.8 points per game. This is the best defense we've ever had. So at this point in the sim, for sure. We've usually had a really good offense. Defense has been a little more hit and miss, but 7.8 points per game is kind of insane. We have serious. We do have a few injuries, and honestly, especially in the secondary, like, I think this is a good defense, but I don't think it's my favorite. So somewhat surprising a little bit that we're doing this well. Our front 7 is absolutely cracked. Okay, so I'll sim through the first quarter here, and then we can start hopping in. So we hop up to a 7-0 lead. 7-7 after 1, so we'll see. Second and 13. Okay, we got a big third and 9 on the road. Marcus Mariota, sophomore quarterback. Let's see what he can do. Crazy group of receivers. Alshon Jeffrey, Robert Woods, and Devontae Adams. Drops back. We're doing a little screen to Golden. He's a good running. Oh, he fumbles. This is going to be a scoop and score. Mariota catch him. Wow. Golden puts it on the ground. That's our second turnover of the game. And yeah, we cannot have stuff like that. For sure. Yeah, and they might punch us. Oh, we hold him to a field goal, luckily. Yeah, we hold him to a field goal. It's 10-7. Mariota, OJ, Jeffrey, first and 10. First and goal. And 8-yard rush. Okay, we got first and goal from the 1-yard line here. We're really running the ball. We have 22 runs right now. Golden in at running back. Don't put it on the turf. Okay, play action. Mariota, back corner. OJ Howard, our true freshman starting tight end. 8 of 9 for 84 yards. We're really not throwing the ball, but when we do, we're very... Okay, they fumble now. Devontae for 19, 2-yard, and we score a touchdown. 2-yard run by Marcus Mariota. All of a sudden, we jump out 21-10, first and 10, second and 10, first and 10, second and 6. And they score a 30-yard touchdown, so they're down 4. Let's see if we can get a drive. 5 yards, 5 yards, 7 yards, 23 yards, and we get a touchdown to Robert Woods. 28-17. They get the ball. Incomplete. Okay, we got a 3rd and 4 right here. Let's see what our defense can do with this. Obviously, a stop here would be huge. We're up 11 on the road. They're going to do a little slip screen, and we get out there. The boys meet at the football. That's our corner coming up. 58 is Bobby Wagner. Meeting at the ball. We get a huge tackle. They're going to have to punch it away. 14 yards, 1 yard. 3rd and inches, pick it up. Mariota to Adams, Mariota Golden, throwaway. First and goal from the 6. We'll watch from here. Or from the 4, sorry. We have 19 first downs compared to 6. The turnovers have really been the difference here. Got Mariota, drop back. I might tuck it and run here, Mariota. You have so much time. And we find an open, man. Is that OJ Howard again? No, that's Devontae. Who is that? Alshon. Who is that? Who is that? That was OJ. Another touchdown for the true freshman tight end. Crazy. 4th and 9. Okay, we're going to start simming through this pretty quick now unless something wild happens. Yeah, we go up 42-17, get a stop. They do score 42-24. They score another one, so that's really going to hurt. Oh my gosh. They got a late touchdown. We had a huge lead and we end up winning by 3 only. I don't even know what happened there at the end, but we do get out of here with the victory, so we will take it. Wow, that was close. Mariota, 330, 4 touchdowns, 1 pick. Golden, 176 and a touchdown. Devontae, 94 yards. Everyone else, we were just kind of spreading it around. The true freshman, OJ, did have 2 touchdowns, though. Teo, 13 tackles. Beasley, 5 tackles for a loss for Beasley, 3 for Teo. We got Colorado on the road next and at Notre Dame. Then ASU, which is going to be our big week because that's when like all our visits are happening. So we win that 49-10. Okay, looking through recruiting. Doing good with Warner. He just had his visit with Cal. So we're actually still in the lead there. Tyreek, we're doing really well. We got the visit before Bama, so we might be able to lock him up. We got a visit with Debo. We'll probably sign him on the visit. Isaiah Wynn, we're right there. He just had the visit with Michigan, so we're actually doing really well. Myles Garrett, we are doing shockingly well. And he just had his visit with Penn State, and we're still up 700 points on them, which is crazy. Buddha, it's going to be us or Bama. We do have the visit before, which is big. Jamal, I'm just trying to hang around with Jamal. We'll just kind of see what happens with him. Jermaine Moore, similar, just hang around, see what happens. Jared, we're going to get him. This guy, I went 700 in on him. Oh, we don't have a visit booked with him. Okay, let's get that. So we have visits for everyone else. So the visit, that'll be big. We're going to get this 4-star athlete, going to get this guy. This guy, we're falling behind, just trying to hang on till I can open up more points. Then once we do, we will start offering to some of these guys as well. Getting some more of our depth pieces squared away. Okay, so we got Notre Dame this week. Simulate through, win it. Okay, 55-24. Now this is going to be our big visit week. So we want to be able to sign a bunch of these guys. Then also at about the week 8 or game 8 period is when I look at the rest of the top 25. I'll look at the Heisman, look at our stats, see how we're doing. So this is going to be a big week right here. I'm going to sim through it. ASU is ranked, so not necessarily the easiest game to have all our visits on, but it is going to be absolutely massive. They're 5-1. They're an 86 only, though. Okay, 55-7. We blow the doors off a ranked opponent. Okay, give me Debo, give me Miles, and maybe 1 or 2 more, and I'll be very happy. Ooh, we absolutely cleaned house. Myles Garrett, Tyreek Hill, Debo Samuel, Fred Warner, Buddha Baker, plus some depth pieces in one day. That is legit. All of those guys have made an all-pro team in the NFL, and we just signed 5 in one day. All 5. Wow. And now look how much points we have. So now we can just go wild with our points. We don't have to worry. We're going to go all in on both these two. We'll go all in on you. We'll go. That was insane. I've never had a day quite like that. Honestly, this is turning into maybe going to be one of my best recruiting classes we've ever had. We only have 11 scholarships remaining. We'll look at top classes. We find 6 5-stars already. I knew Penn State, though, they're putting in work too. Not quite on our level, but they've got Quentin Nelson, Jabril Peppers, and some other guys in there as well. So yeah, I think us and Penn State, like Penn State's doing really good, but we got Myles Garrett, Debo Samuel, that Barnett guy, Fred Warner, Buddha Baker, Tyreek Hill. That is crack. Okay, now I want to, so we're 8-0. We're the number 1 team in the country. I want to look at the top 25, all that. Oh, we're actually number 2. So Penn State jumped us. So there we go. They're at number 3, Ohio State this week, though, who's also undefeated, which is obviously a huge game. Army is undefeated right now. Oh my goodness. We play Army and they play Penn State. So I don't think they're going to be undefeated for long. Bunch of 1-loss teams. I'd love to if Penn State stayed undefeated and we played them, though. Caleb Hill at Clemson's actually first in the Heisman. We have Mariota and we are second. If we go through stats, Mariota leading the country in passing, Bridgewater in third. Rushing leaders, Golden is 64th. Receiving, Keenan Allen's 4th. We have Devontae Adams as a sophomore as 5th. That's crazy. Teo's 11th in the country. Vic Beasley 22nd with 5 sacks. Mariota 201 QB rating, 2,500 yards, 26 touchdowns, 1 pick. Absolutely shredding. Golden, him and Gurley kind of splitting time. Gurley's going to start for us next year already. Like, he just looks nasty. Mariota and Gurley in the backfield together. Golden's been good for us. Mariota's averaging another 50 yards on the ground. Mariota's an absolute freak show right now. Alshon and Devontae are our two best weapons. They have the same amount of receptions basically, but Devontae has 5 more yards per reception, so he's blowing them out in yards. Robert Woods is doing well too on limited receptions. OJ Howard is a true freshman, 285, 3 touchdowns, 35 a game. That is all good. Defensively, Manti Teo leading the team. Wagner's right there. TFL's Lowe and Beasley with Lilly along for the ride. QB sacks, it's Beasley, Lowe, and Lilly again. INT's Turner, Daly, Petway, Stewart, Ball. Go to team stats. We are the number 1 offense in the country by like 800 yards. We're actually second in points per game, but out of Power 5, we are first. Clemson second for Power 5. If we go defense, we're fifth, sixth in points, so nothing wrong with that. Yeah, we are in an amazing spot right here. We got Arizona, number 5 Army, but they play Penn State before us. That team's not great. 73-10. We might have to go look at the stats for one. I like to look at, I don't usually look at the stats for a game, but when we put up in the 70s, then I like to go look. Especially that's a conference game. Like that's not like a nobody at the start of your schedule. So yeah, looking at that game, Mariota, 348 and 4 touchdowns. Not honestly insane. Gurley went off. He was playing well above Golden. 130 and 3 touchdowns as a freshman, redshirt. But Devontae, 174 and 2 touchdowns as a sophomore. Devontae Adams is already a freaking superstar. 3rd in the country as a sophomore. Redshirt, but sophomore. Okay, so Penn State beat Ohio State pretty handedly, actually. And they play Army this week, but Army already lost, and then we play Army. So sim through this bye. Okay, we get a guard and a D tackle to commit. Oh, Army just beat Penn State. We are the last undefeated. I kind of wanted to play Penn State. I mean, who knows? We might lose to these guys now. We're going to sim this game. I mean, hopefully we don't lose like Penn State 42-9. So we look like an absolute powerhouse right now. Bring on all comers. Only undefeated team in the country. Don't really have any tough games left. We are going to be 10-0. We got Louisiana Monroe, UCLA, and one other game now. We get a punter and another D tackle to commit. Looking at recruiting, I really only care. Oh, Isaiah Wynn locked us out. But we can break the lock, open the door, come back in with 700 points. That should still put us in the running. Him and Jamal are really the only ones I care about. Then these 2 athletes to an extent. Yeah, and then the rest of these guys are honestly just kind of depth pieces, so not super worried about them. Okay, we got Louisiana Monroe. Honestly, this could be another 70 burger. 58. So we are ending the season absolutely just on fire. Okay, we got another corner to commit and a D tackle. UCLA at home, 42-7 win. We wrap up the regular season 12-0. Absolute just train wrecked through anyone. Honestly, that Utah game we watched was probably our only close game. We had just an absolute crazy margin of victory. It'll be interesting to see who we play in the conference championship game here. We have one more. We'll just advance to the through the bye week, and then we'll take a look at recruiting. Just kind of see. It looks like it's just going to be Isaiah Wynn and Jamal, both kind of going into the offseason National Signing Day. How it works, if you haven't watched my videos before, in National Signing Day, you get 15,000 points. You can just divvy up to whoever. So usually if there's just 2 guys I really want, I just go 7,500 to each and just kind of guarantee you get them both. So that's probably what we're going to do here. We're 730 behind Georgia for Isaiah Wynn, and we're 1,400 behind Texas. So we're basically going to have to blow this. So we're basically going to lose out on both these athletes. Unless Cal and Tennessee offer them nothing. Maybe we'll get this wide receiver, but I don't really care. We're going all in on Isaiah Wynn and Jamal and just try to sign both them, and we are going to have one of the sickest recruiting classes ever. Okay, we play Cal. Cal in the conference championship, and they're 6-6. Okay, let's look at the top 25. So who are we going to play? So Clemson, oh my gosh, we might play Clemson back-to-back years. Looking that way, unless they lose to UNC, who's number 4. Definitely possible. But yeah, it doesn't. I would have liked to play. Yeah, it looks like Penn State lost again. So they're playing Nebraska now, but Yeah, neither of them really have a shot. It's probably going to be Clemson or maybe Florida Atlantic, which would kind of suck. We did play Clemson last year, but last year they had Terrell Pryor. They don't even have him this year, so they're not the best. We just don't have another like national powerhouse that's really kind of neck and neck with us. We're number one on offense, number one on defense. When I did my Miami sim, it was Georgia. Georgia was right there with us, gave us all we could handle through the whole sim. We played them in like 4 straight national championship games. It was absolutely crazy. If we look at our injuries, we got some, but not like our most important players. So, I mean, we're going to sim through this really quickly here, unless it's close at the end, which, I mean, this is a 6-6 ball club. It really shouldn't be. We hop out 7-0. They answer back 7-3, 14-3, 14-10, 17-10. Oh my gosh, we just hit Robert Woods for a 76-yard touchdown. I was going to watch a bit of that drive. Okay, they're honestly hanging in here. Okay, we got it in the red zone here. 2nd and goal from the 5. Well, let's see what we can do. We got double tight left, handoff to Golden, and he's going to get in. And we got a commanding lead. We rushed for 177 yards so far. I don't know how this Cal team made the conference championship game with a 6-6 record, but okay, we got them on 3rd and 11. Let's see what our defense can do. Studs all over the defense. Let's go make a play here. We're going to have Teo and Bobby Wagner playing linebacker right now. Back, bringing a bit of a blitz. Oh, they're actually able to complete that over the middle. Okay, going to keep going here. Rock unless it gets wild at the end. 34-37. Okay, they score again, but we score again. Okay, that's gonna do it. End of game. They honestly put up more of a fight than I thought, but we are gonna take this one home. We win another conference championship, book our ticket to the national championship. Honestly, Mariota didn't have to do much. Golden went off. 221, 3 touchdowns. Receiving, Robert Woods was our high man. Not really anybody going crazy there. There's tackles. TFLs, Beasley had 4. No sacks on the day. No picks on the day. So kind of a snoozer, but you know, we get it done. Okay, we're gonna advance to the bowl season. We'll see who we play. I'm thinking it's gonna be Clemson, but you never know. Okay, so Golden finishes 5th. Mariota finishes 3rd. And Caleb Hill, the Clemson quarterback, wins the Natty, 54 total touchdowns. So he had himself a year. And we are playing Clemson. They're 12-1. This is going to be back-to-back years we play Clemson. We'll quickly look at their roster. Honestly, they're not crazy talented. This quarterback's been really good for them. Look, he's only a junior too, so he's going to be back. But if you look at our team compared to theirs, it is basically no freaking contest. Okay, let's do it. Clemson. USC back-to-back years. We're trying to win again. We did win last year, so let's get it done. This is going to be, if we can win this one, this will be our 7th national championship. We did make 8. This will be our 8th game. We did lose 1 to Notre Dame. We're first on offense, first on defense, top down stat-wise, and just kind of ease of victory. I think this is probably the best team we have had through the sims. The sim, we have absolutely no injuries. This will be, if we win this game handedly, this will be the cleanest season we have had. Okay, let's go through the first quarter and then we'll start watching. So we hop out 7-0. They answer back. We drive down. We got 3rd and inches here from the 22. 5-yard penalty, defense, 2nd and 10. We got 3rd and 8 here. We got kind of a haze over the field. We got Mariota, Golden, OJ Howard, Robert Woods, Devontae Adams, and Alshon Jeffrey out there. Mariota directing traffic. Let's see what you got in your right arm. We're doing tunnel screen there too. And yeah, no, that wasn't it. Mariota does have a pick on the day as well. So Mariota has still never lost a game as a starter. Or he's 14-0 and 13-0. He won the Natty last year. Oh, Clemson just goes 79 yards for a touchdown. All of a sudden we're losing. Okay, so this is a game. 2nd and 3, 3rd and 5. And we are going to be punting. Oh, what happened? We fumbled. Okay, we got 3rd and inches right here. Clemson is trying to put a stranglehold on this one. They're going pistol with the Heisman winner right here. We got to make a play on defense. We're the #1 defense in the country. Let's stop him right here. We're bringing like a stunt blitz. We get him. I believe that was Anthony Barr on a safety blitz. I moved him to strong safety and we get the sack. They get the field goal and they go up 7. Now our defense did their job. Offense has to make a play and they get us in 3rd and 8 right away. So the offense is sleepy right now. It is time to go. Mariota Drops back. We got a little screen to Golden. The D tackle sniffs it out. We're going to have to punt the ball again. Man, oh man. Clemson is putting the screws to us. We got them in 3rd and 7. Defense, got to keep rocking here. Offense is slow moving right now. Defense, we got to get them off the field. Keep giving us possessions to get back in this. Boom, another blitz right in his face. And okay, so the defense is balling. They get an injury there, but defense is absolutely flying all over the field. Offense needs to do something here. Robert Woods for 13, Robert Woods for 23, Golden, and then we score. 30-yard run by Golden. And yeah, we are tie ball game now. 3rd and 4. They hit it for 30. 2nd and 5. 3rd and 5. Minute 25 left. Caleb Hill is somehow 7 of 7 for 146. You know, our defense, I think, has played well. They have scored 17 points. Check it down, and they're able to complete it. Okay, yeah. So Clemson, way tougher game than I was expecting. They are right in this. They are giving us all we can handle. Then they hit a 30-yard touchdown and they go up 7. We got 50 seconds. We hit 24 yards to Golden, incomplete. 1st and 10, 13 yards, 29 yards down to the 9-yard line with 27 seconds left. So this is an offensive explosion shootout right now. We're going empty. Mariota drops back there, running man coverage. Mariota can't find anyone. He has a crosser. He perfs it. 2nd and goal. Mariota 182. He does have a pick on the day, though. We are down 7. It is go time. We want to tie this up going into the half right here, right now. We got trips to the bottom of your screen. Golden in at running back. Mariota in at QB. Gonna motion OJ Howard across the formation. Drops back. We have Golden in the flats. If he wants, he's gonna go corner route right there. I believe that is OJ Howard, the true freshman, with a touchdown in the national championship. There we go. Okay, and it's, yes, they're gonna start with the ball. 2nd and 3, 1st and 10, 2nd and 12. Okay, we got them on 3rd and 5 again. Let's go defense. Time to make a play. We got 4 down linemen. They're going back with their pistol with the Heisman Trophy winner, 54 touchdowns on the year. He drops back, finds it, got picked. That's a pick 6. We're gone unless the QB catches him. Wow, our All-American corner on the outside picks off the Heisman winner. Fight on, Trojans. And that is a pick 6 in the natty to put us up 7. Defense needed to make a play, and they do. Okay, we get them to 3rd and 4 again, right where they were in the exact same part of the field. What is the Heisman Trophy winner going to do this time? He's in empty, 5 wide. We're only rushing 3. He's going to fire that out to the flats. That's a nice pickup. And then we get him to 3rd and 11, so defense is really starting to kind of clamp down now. They got trips to the top here. Pistol. Hill drops back. Oh, tries it over the middle. That's going to be 4th and 1. What are they going to do here? Let's look at their personnel. They're going for it. So we'll check this play out. It's about 1.5 yards here. They are in pistol. You know, they can run the ball. They can throw. They can kind of do it all from this look. They are going to do a little stretch run, and we get out there and totally stuff that. Wow, what a play by our defense. Defensive end just gets off his block. If not, I think that was Manti Te'o was right there to clean it up. And now we can put a stranglehold on this game. But all of a sudden, it's 3rd and 5 at midfield. You know, if we punt it, you know, Clemson's still right here. So let's see what we got. We got 2x2. Mariota drops back. Time. Fires it over the middle. I believe that's Davante Adams with a 16-yard reception. Huge play there for Davante. He's got 111 yards on the day. He is an absolute superstar. Only a sophomore. Him and Mariota are going to play together this whole time. Going to put up crazy stats. Guaranteed. Mariota hands it off to Golden. Gets upfield. Gets about... Ooh, we got a flag. Personal foul. Clipping? Okay, so that's actually a low-key pretty big call. Isn't it now 1st and 20? Our coach does not like it. Okay, we're going to sim 15 yards. Oh, and we score? Intercepted. Mariota intercepted. Uh-oh, and Clemson's got life. 2nd and 10, 3rd and 2, 4th and 4. Okay, they punt it. 16 yards, -3, 3rd and 6, 7 for Roberts, 12, 11, 2nd and 11, 3rd and 4, and we get a touchdown. Okay, Davante, 30-yard touchdown. Okay, I'm going to go through this quarter now. Okay, Clemson's driving. They need it here. 3rd and 5, 4th and 4, and they are going for it. This is about the game. If we stop them here, 7 minutes left, down 14. But if they convert and they go score, it's a 7-point ball game with 7 left. So this is the play of the game right here. We're bringing a blitz, pressure, checks it down, and we get the tackle about a yard short. Now, barring anything crazy, we should be able to hold on to a 14-point lead with 7 minutes left. 5 yards. -1. We got 4th and 2. Okay, we actually had to punt it pretty early. Get them to a big loss. Fumble recovered by USC. Okay, that's going to do it. We go up 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. We are going to let it rock now. They do score 1 touchdown. Oh my gosh. They scored 2 touchdowns. They got a minute 17. They just scored 2 touchdowns. They have a minute 17 left. We get the onside. 2nd and 1. 1st and 10. 2nd and 7. 3rd and 3 right here. They are out of timeout. So a first down ends this game right here. I think this game's actually basically over either way, but we'll see what Golden can do. And he gets the first down. That is going to put it on ice. We are going to win our 6th national championship, right? No, this is going to be our 7th. What am I talking about, right? We got 4-2. Yeah, this is our 7th national championship. So we actually beat Nick Saban. Well, we tied Nick Saban in career national championships. We beat his run at Bama. So we got 7. We need 2 more to tie our... That was definitely the play of the game, the pick 6. We need 2 more to tie our record at Miami. If we can win 3 of the next 5, we will win 10 now. Okay, going through our stats here. Mariota, 329. He did have 2 picks. Rushing Golden, his final game played really well. Receiving Davante Adams 168 and 2 touchdowns in the national championship game as a sophomore. Sheldon Richardson was a beast on the inside along with Teo. We don't really lose anything on offense. We definitely lose some players on defense though. Chris Turner, senior. We actually lose quite a few guys on defense. Offense, we lose Golden and maybe an offensive lineman. Like, okay, we win the Natty. Okay, we're going to advance week. All right, so let's kind of look at just the final stuff for this season. So we obviously finish as the #1 team in the country. Florida Atlantic is the only other team with 1 or 2, under 2 losses. Heisman, we already seen, but Caleb Hill wins it. We get 3rd with Mariota, and we also got 5th. All-Americans, we have Golden at running back, none at receiver, Luan, Garnett, Sirius, Lowe, and that is it. 2nd team, we got Mariota. We got both our guards. We got Vic Beasley, Manti Te'o, and our kicker. Freshman, we got Todd Gurley, OJ Howard, Stanley, Hardy, center. Nothing on defense. So lots of All-Americans. Look at season stats. Mariota led the country in passing. Golden was 33rd in rushing. Receiving, Devontae was 4th. Tackles, Teo was 4th. Low, 6.5 sacks. INT, Turner had 4, including a pick 6 in the Natty. Mariota, 196 rating, 41 touchdowns, 4 picks. Golden, this is his last year. He actually was really good for us over his last 2 seasons, but next year it is going to be the Todd Gurley show, who had 743 and 6 touchdowns as a freshman, and he's going to start the next 3 years. 569, 6 touchdowns, 40 a game for Mariota. Devontae, as a sophomore, had 1,300 yards. Robert Woods going to be back next year, had 989. This is going to be it for Alshon. Alshon was never really amazing for us. He was good, but never put up crazy stats. OJ, as a true freshman, really good year as a tight end. Move on to defense, where we're losing a ton. So we're losing Teo, we're losing Lowe, we're losing Lilly, Wagner, Richardson, Turner, Petway, Jamal Burton. Like, we are losing a ton of guys. So we did have the best defense in the country this year. And yeah, hey, we needed it because we had a ton of seniors, all played really well. Let's look quickly at team stats. I'm sure we had the #1 offense by a ton. Yeah, 500 yards over Florida Atlantic. #1 scoring offense. Did we finish with the #1 scoring defense? We did finish with the #1 scoring defense and 10th or whatever for yards. But I care about scoring. So #1 O, #1 D, win the national championship. Yeah, that is one of our best years. Maybe probably our best year of the sim all the way through. Okay, so now just to go through the offseason, view our contract. We are obviously going to sign our deal. Yes. Oh, I forgot to look through. So we're 143 and 9. But I remember in the Miami, over the 16 years, we lost 9 games. I went on a 78 game win streak, something like that with the Miami sim. Just to put that in context, we're at about 30 games right now. So we're going to have to do more than double this to match what I did at Miami. We won 4 natties in a row. All undefeated, I'm pretty sure. It was crazy. Okay, go to players leaving. We'll see if anybody's trying to leave early. Usually I'm able to convince people to stay. Sometimes, like Earl Thomas left. We have guys leave every once in a while. But okay, we got a transfer. George Garnett, don't really care. No, Tre'Davious. That sucks. I don't really care about this guy, but it was him and Ramsey. We're going to be our 2 corners next year. Damn, Tre'Davious. I do not care if this running back leaves or if this running back leaves. Wow, Tre'Davious, you're killing me, dog. You see, we lose a ton on defense, and then we have Tre'Davious leaving us as well, which really hurts. Him and Jalen were just going to be our 2 lockdown corners. I was relying on that. That's why I went after safeties over corners. I could have either went after Jamal or Marshawn, and I'm like, okay, well, I got Tre'Davious and Jamal Ramsey last year, or Jalen, so I can go after Jamal, but damn. Because I lost, and I had Darby the year before, and he transferred out. Like, he was going to be one of my starting corners this year, 100%. Okay, so we're just going to go 7,500 to Win and Jamal. Just going to lock them both down. If anyone else signs, sweet. If not, don't really care. We are about to have, this is debatably my best class. I don't know if I think I got 1 corner. Okay, so we'd end up getting another left tackle as well. So yeah, we are going to have we've had the number 1 class every year except my first year we had the number 10. So yeah, we're on a bit of a roll with recruiting. I'm going to guess Penn State was second. Yep, Penn State was second, but nowhere near us. We completely cleaned up here. Myles Garrett, Debo, Fred Warner, Jamal Adams, Isaiah Wynn, Buda Baker, Tyreek Hill. Okay, so McCaffrey, Georgia, we get Hill. They get Dalvin, we get Debo. Fournette, Ohio State, Marshawn Lattimore, Michigan State, Joe Mixon, San Diego State, Deshaun, Georgia. So Georgia got 3 of the top 8 players. Adoree, Michigan, Marlon Humphrey, Ohio State. We get Fred Warner, Quentin Nelson, Penn State, Isaiah Wynn, USC, Mark Andrews, LSU, Nick Chubb, Clemson, Harry McLaurin, Ball State, Myles Garrett, we get Buda and Jamal. What I'm interested in is Jabril Peppers, Penn State, where did Patrick Mahomes go? Navy. Patrick Mahomes is a Navy midshipman. Okay, Mr. Mahomes, whatever you say. That is wild. Patty Mahomes goes to Navy. Alrighty, so we are at the start of the 2014 season. I'm just gonna we're gonna look at the roster quick. So we are gonna be stacked once again. We'll see though. So Mariota, obviously our starter for the next 2 years. We have some young guys, but honestly, this is the point where I kind of want to start recruiting the next quarterback who's going to take over from Mariota. We go to running back. We're going to start Gurley this year. We're going to have this Randy Jackson as a backup. And then we got a couple of sophomores who are actually pretty good players who will back up Gurley over the next 2 years. Robert Woods and Devontae are going to be our 1 and 2 weapons. We're going to probably play, probably one of these 2 guys in the slot. They're both seniors. So, 3 of our top 4 receivers are seniors, but we got a crop of young guys with Tyreek Hill and Debo Samuel. It's kind of Devontae and Robert Woods the next 2 years, and then after they're gone, it'll be Reek and Debo's time to shine. Tight end, it's going to be the same 3 as last year. All were freshmen last year, so they're all sophomore and a redshirt freshman. Left tackle, we got Ronnie Stanley taking over, only a sophomore. At guard, we're probably going to start Isaiah Wynn as a freshman. Maybe we'll start this Travis Hardy, but we'll kind of play around. We got Josh Garnett, who's already a 99 as a junior. We got Joey Bell, 94, and another freshman who's an 84, and a couple other guys. Sirius at right tackle. We got Clowney finally going to start. Our ends are absolutely just cracked. Vic Beasley, 99 senior, Eric Armstead behind him, and then Myles Garrett. Like, our D-end room is insane. D-tackle, Sharif Floyd, then DeForest Buckner with this Jonathan Davis, and then some young guys. We definitely got to get another D-tackle young guy up in the ranks. We got this Luke, and then a freshman in behind him. We got Nick Harris as a sophomore, but I'm probably going to start Jalen Smith, honestly, this year. And then we got Flanagan with Fred Warner in behind him on this side. At corner, we got Ian Stewart. We got Jalen Ramsey, who's only a freshman, going to start for us, and Steve Ball. This is, Tre'Davious would have been another starter. He would have been our nickelback this year. And then we have some young guys in. Then at safety, we got Tyrann Mathieu this year. We got a junior. Then we have young Buda Baker, who we just recruited. Then if you look at strong safety, we got 2 seniors, and then we got Jamal Adams for next year. So we got freshmen Buda Baker and Jamal who are going to be taking over at safety. That is what the roster is looking like, guys. I'm going to make the next recruiting class, and we'll get right into it. All right, guys. So start of the 2014 season, I just made the new recruiting class. So this is going to be 2015 recruiting class. This is actually going to be our second last recruiting class that we do. That's a real life recruiting class. And basically why that is, there's 5 seasons left, but the last 2 years, I don't do the custom recruiting classes, basically because the second last year, if we recruited those players, they would be freshmen over in our last season, and they really wouldn't play very much. Like, they're literally just going to be on the team for 1 year. And then in the last season, obviously it doesn't matter who we recruit because that's our last season. So this is the second last full custom recruiting class for the sim. We're on a 28 game win streak at least right now, more like in the 30s. We've won 2 straight national championships. We are at 7. So let's get into this class. Now, this is a really good class, not my favorite. It is absolutely insane at quarterback, though. Insane. It has 6 first-round picks in the NFL draft, and 2 of them were first overall picks. Absolutely crazy. So we're going to go down. Now, the quarterbacks, like I said, are insane. There's Kyler Murray, Josh Allen. Kyler went to A&M and then transferred to Oklahoma. Josh Allen, who played at Wyoming. Lamar Jackson, Heisman winner, about to be 2-time MVP. Sam Darnold, who played at USC. Joe Burrow, going to Ohio State, it looks like, then transfers to LSU. And then the last one is Josh Rosen, who played at UCLA, was a top 10 pick by the Cardinals. So this is the craziest, quarterback class that we will have over this whole time. And luckily we are first in Josh Allen. He's the one I wanted the most. He is from California, so we're going to go hard after him. If we're not able to lock him down, we'll try to get Sam Darnold. And then, that will basically kind of wrap up our, what we'll need for a quarterback. Well, whoever we get out of them will play after Mariota's done in 2 years. And it'll be really interesting to see where Kyler go, Lamar, Joe. Gonna keep going down. Now, running back, we got Saquon Barkley and Ronald Jones. Oh, and one more, Damian Harris are our 3 running backs. So Harris played at Bama. Ronald Jones played at USC, and then Saquon obviously played at Penn State. I'm going to go after Saquon and this 5-star running back here. We're not on Saquon's board, but I'm going to go after him. Okay, moving down to wide receivers, we got 3. We don't really need wide receivers at this point, but hey, we're always going to try to get, another one. So we got DJ Moore, who were 4th. We got Calvin Ridley, who were 1st. We got Christian Kirk, who were 1st. And we got this Bruce McDonald, who's auto-generated, who were 1st as well. So we're going to go after all those guys. This guy's another top 100 player, John Hagan, so we'll go after him as well. So those are the receivers we're going to go after. Go down to tight end. We have no custom tight ends, so we'll see here. We'll go after this 4-star who we're 2nd, big 6'7" guy. Go down to offensive line. Not a ton for offensive line. There is Connor Williams. He played at Texas. We're 1st on his board. We will add him up. That is kind of it. Maybe we'll add this forward as well. Go down to guards. We got Burns and Johnson, 2 4-stars who were 1st. We'll add both them, and another 4-star were 1st. We'll just add all 3 of those guys. If we go center, once again, no created guys, are all auto-generated, but we have 1 4-star who were 1st. We'll add him up. So hopefully get, good 2 to 3 of these guys. Move on to defensive line, and we are so stacked here at defensive line right now. We do have Josh Sweat, real life player who we are 1st on. We have Clellan Farrow, played at Clemson, not on his board. Those are kind of the 2 real life players. We'll just add those DNs. We really don't need DNs that bad. Moving on to D tackles, and we actually low-key could use some D tackles. We got 2 real ones. It's De'Aaron Payne, who played at Bama, and Christian Wilkins, who played at Clemson. I'm going to add both and just see if we can get in the running for one. If not, definitely go after this Jamal Davis, Ridley Sims. We'll kind of end it there for D tackles. Moving on to outside linebackers. I don't think we have any created outsides, but we do have 2 middles. So we'll go after this Cannon, 4-star who were 1st. Moving on to middle linebackers, we got 2. We got Tremaine Edmonds, who played at Va Tech. We are not on his list. And Roquan Smith, who played at Georgia, once again, not on his list. So we'll see. Ooh, okay, a 4-star. I might have to actually just add Roquan. We'll kind of see once we get into the mix if maybe we could kind of sneak our way in. Gonna go after corner, and we kind of low-key need them because our corners keep transferring out. There's Dante Jackson, who played at LSU, and we got Denzel Ward, who played at Ohio State. I'm gonna go hard after Denzel Ward, even though we're 4th on him. We got another 4-star there who we are 1st on his board. So that's who we're going to go over there. Moving on to free safety, we have one. It is Minkah Fitzpatrick, who played at Alabama. We don't really need a safety right now, but I'm going to add him just because we could play him at corner. He's got really good coverage skills. Then at strong safety, Derwin James. We just got Jamal Adams last year, so I'm not going to worry about Derwin as much. We got Buddha last year, so we're gonna let it ride there. We go down to athletes. Usually we do well with them. Ooh, 2 4-stars, a 5-star, 4-star, 4-star. That's where we'll cut that off. So that is a recruiting class, guys. Definitely some good players that we have, a good shot at locking down, hopefully. And I'm really excited to just get a really good influx of good quarterbacks to kind of end off the video. Let's look at our schedule. We're a B. Wow, this is our easiest schedule in a minute. Some of these teams in our conference, I think, are just kind of taking some steps back right here. Let's see. Who's a good team maybe that we could schedule for this early? Florida, Georgia. Is Ohio State open this week? Should we just bring in Ohio State? We'll bring Ohio State in. That jumps us up to an A-. We're starting with Ohio State, Texas, Oklahoma. Yeah, we're not playing it easy. We're coming for your throat. We're putting our 30-odd game win streak on the line early and often. Okay, gonna look through all the preseason polls, look at everything, just kind of see where we're sitting. We're the #1 team in the country. Michigan B+, Ohio State's 99, A+ across the board, and we play them week 2. Clemson A- looks decent. We played them in the last 2 national championships. Penn State A, Nebraska B+, Florida, Georgia A+, Auburn A-, Texas A&M A-, Miami. Where's Bama? Texas A. Tennessee A- with Manziel. This might be Manziel's last year. B+. Where's Alabama? Did I miss them? I might have. Just because I think they still have Bridgewater. I don't know where Bama is. They might have lost a lot of games last year. Oh, they're there. They were there at 32. So Heisman watch. Mariota's 2nd. Yeah, Caleb Hill, the Clemson quarterback who won it last year, is back. So yeah, it makes sense. He's in 1st. We're going to go through recruiting now. And once again, we have our Saban factor. So if I have the lead on anybody, I can offer them, and I have a 20% chance of them committing. I'm really hoping Josh Allen. He's my #1 player I want. We don't get him. We don't get Darnold. Gonna keep going down. Calvin Ridley, no. Kirk, no. Okay, our first one, a 4-star guard, we'll take it. A center, 4-star center, like it. We get a 4-star D tackle, so building on the trenches. Okay, so we got a few guys to auto commit. I'm gonna build my board, and then I'll show you guys what it's looking like. All right, so this is what the recruiting is looking like right now. We're gonna go hard after Denzel. Josh Allen's my #1 player. I'm going as hard as I can after him. Hard after Connor Williams, the best offensive lineman in the class. We're going to go hard after Minkah Fitzpatrick as well. Can play him at corner or safety. Then we got a couple of D linemen with Josh Sweat, a real life player, and then an auto-generated D tackle. Calvin Ridley and Christian Kirk. We're just going to see after week 1 who we're kind of doing better with, and I'll just kind of go all in on them. Then we have a tight end and then just some athletes at the bottom. So that's kind of where we are going. We're going to advance through week 1. We also can get some auto commits. So last year, I think we lost Marlon Humphrey to an auto commit to Ohio State. So we'll have to see right here. Oh, wow. Look at Penn State, Saquon and Minkah. What a duo to get auto commit, and then Roquan, who we weren't really going after. Wow. Okay, so Minkah, that ship has sailed. Okay, so we got this first game against Ohio State. We are going to check this one out. 2 best teams in the country probably right now. 1 versus 3. Let's get it going. I got Jared Goff at QB. There's our top players, Josh Garnett, Matthew Barr. There's our DeLuca, Stephon Diggs, and their punter. But I mean, they got good players all over. We're obviously the better team. There's not going to be a game the rest of the sim where someone comes in with more talent than us. But hey, they have a ton of talent in any given Saturday. I don't know why it's looking a little glitchy right now. Oh, I didn't mean to return this. I just did an onside return. Okay, we're just going to let it go. Marcus Mariota, as a junior, he's two-time national champion, never lost a game as a starter. We are going to sim through the first quarter here. They actually stop us. They stop us again, and we stopped them. They go up 3-0. Okay, we get it converted on 3rd and 4, 2nd and 3, 2nd and 4, 1st and 10, 2nd and 3, and we score. Okay. First touchdown of the game we get with 6:33 left. We actually get a stop here. Oh, we fumbled. Okay, won't let me go up and see what happened there, but we scored. We're up 9-3. 3rd and 1, 1st and 10, 2nd and 20. Okay, we got a big 3rd and 12 right here. Let's see what Mariota can do. We are up 9-3 on Ohio State at home. We got trips to the top of the screen here. Motion OJ Howard across the formation. Snap the ball. They're bringing a nickel blitz. Mariota fires that into OJ Howard. That is a great throw. And we are running hurry up right now. That was a missile from Marcus Mariota. We're going to go under center here. Motion OJ across the formation once again. Straight drop, bringing another nickel blitz. Mariota slides in the pocket and finds Davante Adams over the middle. We just have so much talent on offense right now. Mariota, Todd Gurley, OJ Howard, Davante Adams, Robert Woods, hand it off. I actually don't know if that's Todd Gurley in there right now. I think it's our backup running back. I don't know why. Yeah, that's Randy Jackson. Looks a little glitchy right now. Kind of acting weird. This is a ported game on PC, so sometimes you're going to have issues with stuff. Oh, that's... Whoo! Oh, that was actually an... Oh, no, he held on. I thought he knocked that out. That was a great throw by Mariota. Mariota is looking absolutely just crispy right now. 15 of 18, 194 touchdown. Does have a pick, but... Okay, gonna do read option. Oh, a nice juke move, and Mariota gets in. He is absolutely balling for us right now. Okay, we're gonna go through this quarter. Yeah, we might blow them out right here. 3rd and 11. Okay, we'll watch this. 3rd and 11. We've held them to 3 points. We're trying to get into the 20s right here if we score a touchdown. It is 3rd and 11, so their defense is holding here. Mariota drop back, a lot of time, fires it corner, a touchdown. Robert Woods, the defender, was right there. But this might be a blowout. Oh, I did not mean to call this. Okay. This might be a blowout in week 1. We have 356 total yards. They have 128. We're going to go through this half. Okay, they get another field goal there, and they do get the ball here. 1st and 10, 2nd and 5. 3rd and 3, they pick it up. 2nd and 10, 3rd and 3, they pick it up. 1st and 10, 2nd and 7, 3rd and 7. Okay, this is a big down. If they score a touchdown, I mean, they're right back in it. They got to play better on defense, but they'll have a shot. If we stop them here, they are going to be in tough. Jared Goff drops back, fires a kind of a little bit of a moon ball into coverage. Did not like that throw. They pick up a field goal as 23-9, 4th and 2. We actually had to punt that. They have a chance. 2nd and 10. Okay, we got a big 3rd and 10 here once again. Goff's 13 of 22 for 174. 8 of 13 on 3rd down is good. They're going empty here. Oh, and we get a sack right away. It looked like they were trying to set up a screen, and we bowled into the backfield. Vic Beasley, 7 tackles, 3 TFLs. 2nd and 5. Okay, yeah, we might put it away right here. Smith for 21. Langford for 9, 5, 2nd and 10, 3rd and 3, 4th and 3. Field goal good. We're up 26-9 almost in the 4th quarter. We get them to 3rd and 14 in their own, and at the 22-yard line about. Goff shotgun, trips to the bottom. Let's see. Goff drops back. Plenty of time. Sliding. Fires. Oh, that's a pick 6. Fired it right into coverage. He was kind of sliding around in the pocket. Started to feel the pressure, and that is going to do it. This is maybe the 2nd most talented team on paper in the country, and we are boat racing them. 33-9, 40-9. They do score a touchdown there. 40-16. Okay, 40-24. So they actually made it a little more, close at the end, but we pretty much dominated that from start to finish. Mariota, 400 yards, like 5 or 6 touchdowns when you include rushing. We had a pick 6. We just got it done. Okay, we're going to look at player stats here. Only 2 touchdowns, but 411 yards. He also had 2 rushing touchdowns, okay? Todd Gurley, 169 on the ground. Devontae, 128, starting where he left off last year. 98 and a touchdown for Miller. Robert Woods had a touchdown as well. OJ, 2 for 31. And then defensively, 11 tackles. That's where we were tackles. TFL, Sharif Floyd, and Vic Beasley putting in work. 2 sacks each, and then Steve Ball had the INT pick 6. There it is. We started off with the W. Okay, we're gonna advance this week, and then we got Texas. Texas is a good team. OBJ, Quandre Diggs, some really good NFL type players. Okay, we got Texas right here. There's a good Texas squad. We're gonna sim through, and we get the win, 49-30, so somewhat close. And yeah, we're starting to get a big time win streak going. We're at least 28 plus probably 5. Say we're in plus 2 more. I'd say we're around 35, 36 game win streak right now. So 2 straight national championships. Let's try to keep it going. Okay, Oklahoma now, who's the 25th ranked team. This is definitely the toughest stretch of our schedule. Then we don't really have a super tough team. Maybe FAU, ASU, we'll see where they finish up. But if we get through these 3 games at OU, we lose. The only good thing is it happens really early in the year. That ends, I was just talking about our win streak. That ends our win streak at about mid 30 games. Okay, so that's Mariota's first ever loss as a starting quarterback. We dropped down to number 8. Now we need everybody to lose some games. We can't have a bunch of undefeated teams. Obviously, we can't have more than 1 at the end of the year. That is tough. So we'll play through Cal. We should have a pretty easy go for a while here, though. At Cal, 63-21. We get back on our winning ways. Defense kind of let us down in that OU game, 45-42. Okay, Utah. We'll sim through. We can't lose enough. These games are like last year. We didn't even have any close games. The games are a lot closer this year, which I don't love. Doesn't look like our defense is playing. Last year, our defense was incredible. This year, they're just kind of okay. So we'll see. That might impact us a little bit here. Okay, we get an early commit from Josh Allen. He was the #1 player I wanted. So that's sweet. He committed even before the visits. No one else was even really going after him. That's going to open up more points. Looking at the rest of the recruiting, it's going to be tough. We're really going to have to pull it together to get Denzel. If Denzel goes to Penn State, they'll get him and Minka in the same year. Connor Williams, all these guys, we'll do it good with Kirk. We're falling behind here. This is not looking like it's going to be our best recruiting class. We can up this guy quite a bit. We're going to have to up this guy a lot. Man, and this, okay, so we'll kind of just steal a little bit from these guys and give a bit more to this dude. But yeah, I don't know. This is not going to be our best class, but that's fine. We got Josh Allen. That was the #1 guy I wanted. We've had such good recruiting classes the last, few years. We'll still probably get the #1 class. Maybe Penn State will beat us this year. But yeah, we have not had the #1 class in 10 years. Okay, this is actually our big visit week. I just realized as well. Iowa State. Yeah, this is week 8. So this is like when everybody's visiting. So I guess, I don't know if we're going to sign anybody right now. We'll maybe get a few. Hopefully we get Kirk and 1 other guy and we just free up some points here. So got to beat Iowa State, obviously. So we win 41-14. Pretty easy victory. Okay, we get Connor Williams and Christian Kirk. So those were kind of the 2 that felt like we had the best chance at a corner, a QB. There we go. That is going to free up a lot of points for us, though. That puts us at 6-1. We'll sim this ASU game, and then we'll kind of check out the stats, and we'll check out. Okay, we win that game, and we'll check out so we're in the number 6 spot right now. Like I said, luckily, when we lost, it was the 3rd game of the year, so we have a lot of time to kind of make the voters forget about the loss and climb back up the boards. We once again just got to hope a bunch of teams lose. We did beat Ohio State. Hopefully, Ohio State beats Penn State, and, it can all work itself out. So looking at the top 25, Penn State, so us and Nebraska are the 2 highest ranked 1-loss teams. San Diego State, they might play nobody. Yeah, they play no one tough. OU, who beat us, and they really don't play anybody. We might not make the Pac-12 championship too. That Oklahoma loss. Man. That could absolutely tank everything here. Tennessee with Johnny Football. They don't have any ranked opponents. Penn State plays Nebraska, and they already beat Ohio State. So not looking great for us right now. That Oklahoma, that now that they're undefeated, we need them to basically lose 2 games. We do have the #1 Heisman candidate right now with Mariota. Looking through the stats, Mariota leading the country in passing. Gurley, not a ton of rushing yards. Receiving, Miller, 10th in the country. Tackles, Harris, 10th or 9th or whatever. Clowney, 6.5 sacks, one off the lead in the country. We don't have anybody with a big INT number. 219 rating for Mariota is crazy. Rushing, Todd Gurley. Yeah, they're kind of splitting carries between these two, which is fine. Both around 50 a game, 30 a game for Mariota with 5 more touchdowns. Miller leading the way over Devontae, which I'm kind of shocked. Devontae was so good last year. He's actually 3rd on the team receiving. We're really just kind of spreading the ball around a ton here to all 4 of those. And then even this David Smith, Gurley's getting run. Defensively, that's our tackles. TFLs, Clowney is killing it. Ooh, Clowney is looking like an absolute freak show on the edge right now. 6.5 sacks, 14 TFLs. Here's our picks. Barr and Matthew also have 2 each. Pass deflections, Matthew. Forced fumbles, Flanagan and Matthew. If we look at team stats, the biggest difference this year is I think our offense is still really good. Yeah, 1st there, 2nd in points, Tennessee with Manziel's 1st, but defensively, like, we're not even going to be close, I don't think. Like, we're going to be way down here. Like, yeah, we're like the freaking 40th ranked defense or something. So that has been the difference. We were #1 on defense last year. So yeah. Okay, we got Arizona here. Yeah, Arizona, FAU. So we have no ranked teams left, but we need Oklahoma. That Oklahoma loss, man. 3-point L. Okay, FAU. They were ranked earlier in the year, so you never know. 62 points, so I like that. Okay, get a middle linebacker and right tackle. Oh, and a center to commit, some smaller guys. Recruiting might be kind of interesting here as far as it's just going to be, like, I don't know if we're going to get any of these guys to sign before the offseason, and we'll just have so many dudes kind of up in the air that we might not actually get many of them. Yeah, so we'll have to see. Only other guy I really care about is this kicker. Otherwise, we're just kind of going hard at these 7 guys. I don't really care about any of the other dudes. So hopefully we can get maybe 2 more to sign before the offseason. Otherwise, we're just going to be in a really big pickle on who we actually spend points on. Okay, we just moved up to the #2 team in the country. So that means a bunch of teams had to lose. Oklahoma might have lost twice. Where are they? They did lose twice. Were they both in ASU and Utah? Okay, we should make the conference championship game now. Only Tennessee's undefeated. It'd be kind of cool. I kind of hope Tennessee stays undefeated. We play Johnny Football in the national championship. Penn State's there with 1 loss as well, which is a little scary. Okay, UCLA, we'll sim this at UCLA, 50-31. Okay, we get this other QB to commit. Notre Dame, last game of the year, win this, and we should make the national championship. If we do win it, we got to win the pack as well, but okay, so 1 loss, but it looks like we still have a good opportunity here. Okay, so we actually got locked out by Christian Wilkins, which was kind of surprising, but it kind of worked out well because we could lock pick. We shoot back up above Penn State. We're kind of far on Denzel now. He just visited Ohio State. So we got 1 week left. I don't think any of these guys are going to commit. We'll sim through and we'll kind of get a look at Pac-12 championship and where we sit with all the recruiting. Okay, so we got no one else to commit. We're going to be playing Texas. So we'll take a look here. We're 1,200 behind on Denzel. We're a little behind on Georgia, a little behind on Wilkins, a little behind. So we're basically only going to get 2 of these players. I'm probably going to do Denzel and Christian Wilkins, just 7,500 each, and we should lock them both up. We got Texas here. Let's just quickly look at the top 25. Oh, we fell to 3rd, so we might not make it. If Nebraska beats Penn State, they have 2 losses though. Like, they lost to Colorado. If they beat Penn State, they'll probably stay ahead of us. And then if Penn State, we kind of need A&M to beat Tennessee, Because if Penn State needs Nebraska, they just beat the number 3 team. They might jump us. Okay, well, let's just handle our business. Let's go beat Texas by 30, 40 points, hopefully, and then we'll see where we're at. Okay, so we're number 1 on offense. We did jump to 8th on defense. They're actually 41st on defense, 9th on offense. There's our top 3. They got... there's theirs, decent. We're missing a few players, but nothing too bad. I mean, we did lose Sirius, our starting right tackle for the season. Okay, and it is rainy and gross here. Gonna sim through the first quarter here. We go up 7-0. They answer back 7-3. 9-3. We get the ball right back, 2nd and 6, and we score. We're up 16-3 here. They're driving, 2nd and 10, 3rd and 13. Let's see if they can do anything in the rain here. OBJ looks like at the bottom of the screen, probably 81 there. I don't think their QB is amazing right now. Drops back, fires it underneath. They'll be able to get a field goal. Okay, field goal good. 1st and 10, 2nd and 7. Okay, 3rd and 7. Let's see what our offense can do. Trips to the top. Drops back, Mariota. Fires it deep, big corner route out along the sideline. That's a nice pickup. Big 3rd down into OJ Howard. We're going to go hurry up now. Marcus, 10 of 15, 171, 2 touchdowns and a pick. Going to hand this off to Gurley. Going to get a big hole on the outside, pick up 11, 12 yards. Okay, going to hand it off. A little counter to Gurley. Pick up 6, 7 yards on the outside. Mariota in shotgun here. Speed option, fires it out to Gurley. I think he falls forward for the 1st down. He's definitely gassed right now, though. 97 yards rushing for Todd right now. Okay, don't give it to Todd. He is very gassed right now. He is keeled over. He's ready to faint, and we're handing it off again. Don't fumble. Okay, let's stop with the hurry up. Okay, oh, draw. Oh, my goodness. We are just asking for trouble on those plays. Why are we running the ball so much? Yes, it is pouring rain, but okay, I'm just simming. 12 yards and we score. Okay, we're up 23-6. I'm going to go through the rest of this quarter. Oh, we're up 30-6, 30-12, 33-12 at half. Okay, I'm going to go through the 3rd quarter and then we'll see where we're at. Nothing, just kind of all trading defensive stops. 40-12. They are driving here. They do score, so it's 40-18. Just kind of will sim. Oh, they're driving right here. They got a 3rd and 10, down 21, but they can score right here. Trips to the top. We got to kind of win by as much as we can here. Style points to make sure we can get in the natty. Drops back, fires it, and it's incomplete. 4th and 10. Oh, they're going for this on 4th down here. 2 by 2. Drops back, lots of time, fires it over the middle. He's going to be short, though. That's a big tackle. He goes down, and we are going to force we're going to get the ball back on downs. We're going to go to the end of the game now. We'll see, unless something weird happens. And we win 47-19. Win the Pac-12 again in the rain. Andrew Miller, our 3rd wide receiver, had 120 yards, 3 touchdowns today. 365, 4 touchdowns for Mariota. Gurley, 250 and a score. He had a huge game rushing. Devontae and Miller both had over 100. OJ was at 97. Defensively, Floyd had 4 TFLs. Clowney had 2. Clowney had another sack. No ints on the day, but there we go. Okay, we'll have to just see. I'm just going to kind of sim through the rest of this week, and we'll see if we make it. We might come up just short to Nebraska or Penn State. I don't really get how Nebraska is ahead of us right now with 2 losses. But, okay, we'll see. Okay, so Mariota wins the Heisman. That's, I think, our 3rd Heisman winner. We had Reggie win it twice, DeMarco, now Mariota. I don't think we've had any more, but yeah, he had a really good year, 50 touchdown. Johnny Football gets 2nd at Tennessee. Let's see where we end up here. Playing Tennessee in the Natty. So we're playing Johnny Football. Let's go. So who won that Penn State? Nebraska won, but we stayed ahead of them, which didn't really make sense that they were going to jump us. Yeah, so really there's only one loss team. One loss team is North Carolina State out of the ACC. So yeah, we're trying to win our 3rd straight. Yeah, 3rd straight natty. We have had a loss this year, but hey, that's fine. Let's go quickly look at this Tennessee roster. This is all Johnny football here. We looked at their roster at the start of the year and I said, I don't think they really have a shot because I just didn't think they had enough around him. But hey, Johnny Manziel on his own, 3,500 yards passing, 45 touchdowns, only 5 picks, added another 779 yards rushing and 7 touchdowns. So huge year for him. Go through the rest of their squad. Like, this is their year. They have a nice running back. 2 good receivers, not much else, but 2 good ones. They have a really nice tight end, Billy Harrington, and 2 really good tight ends. If we look at them defensively, D-line is okay. Like, this is really, they're an offensive team. They're Johnny football led. Yeah, like, okay, yeah, their defense is not very good. We'll just say it straight up. I don't know if they have a 90 overall plus on their defense. They are an offensive heavy team, and they're just gonna have to. They're gonna have to try to get a shootout and outscore us. 1 versus 2. They are undefeated though, which hey, more power to you. You go through your schedule without a loss, and you have Johnny Manziel at QB. You deserve a shot in the Natty. So they're second on offense. We're first in scoring. We're the 6th best defense. They're the 37th. They got Taylor Decker on the O-line as well. There's our top 3. We just have Sirius. Ooh, that might be their good. I don't know if that's one of their good wide receivers out for the year. I kind of hope not. I want to see a decent game here. We're wearing our whites, trying to win our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we won 7. We're trying to win our 8th national championship, and then we'll still have 4 years to go to try to tie our Miami record of 9 and possibly get 10, which would be kind of nuts. Okay, we're gonna go through the first quarter here pretty quick. It is 0-0, still 0-0. They actually hop out to a 7-0 lead, and they're driving a little bit here. They field goal good. They're up 10-0 going into the second quarter. We hit Devontae for 10. OJ for 33, Todd Gurley. Okay, we're first and goal from the 3. Let's see if we can punch this bad boy in. Mariota, this would be Mariota's, he won the Heisman. This would be his 3rd national championship in a row. Okay, I almost called him Lendale White. Todd Gurley gets in. We get right back in this. Mariota, a Heisman and 3 national championships. He's trying to become like the greatest college football player of all time. No one's had to see a career like that. I mean, no team, I think, in like a long time has won 3 straight national championships. Okay, we get the ball back right here. Devontae 5, throwaway, 1st and 10, 2nd and 3, 1st and 10, 2nd and inches, and we score right there. Okay, Devontae for 6. 3rd and 13. Okay, let's see if we can get something going here. We got a 4-point lead almost at the half. Offense has played good. It's actually a little bit more of a defensive battle than I would have thought. I didn't think they could hang with us at all on defense. We check that down on 3rd and 13. I don't know. I'm trying to get more vertical here. This is not a good defense. We punt it. They got a shot here. Okay, we got him to 3rd and 10 with 1:33 left. Mariota's got 162 yards passing in the first half is good, but we haven't been able to really convert here. Oh, they're going screen on 3rd and 13, and Johnny football goes down. That was Vic Beasley coming in there with a speed rush. Okay, Gurley, OJ, 1st and 10, okay, we got 1st and goal from the 7 here. Trying to take a 2-score lead. Look at the yards. We're 326 to 115. We're going Wildcat here with Todd Gurley on 1st and goal. See what we can do. We're going to do fake handoff. Gurley's going down. And now we're going to probably run hurry up and have our freaking Wildcat formation, which isn't great. Don't love that. We do have a timeout. I mean, you can always call a timeout. You don't have to run Wildcat. We're going to bring this guy over. Fake. Todd. Oh, Gurley might get in here. Oh, he's down to the 1-yard line. Todd Gurley. I'm calling a timeout, guys. We got 20 seconds here. Okay. 18, 17, 16, 15. Fake. Right back to Gurley, and we're in. So Gurley going Wildcat, 3 straight plays, and we get in, and we got a 11-point lead at the half. They do get the ball first. We stop them here. They stop us. 1st and 10, 2nd and 13. Okay, we got Johnny to 3rd and 13 here. Let's see what our D can do. We got him at 1 of 8 on 3rd down. So we are handling business on 3rd down. Okay, Johnny drops back. time. He's going deep. He's launching it. That's one-on-one. Boom, picked off. Let's go. Johnny Football tried to push it deep, and we step in front. Stewart gets the pick, our number 1 corner right now. And that might... Oh, we actually had to punt it there. I was going to say, if we scored a touchdown there, that might do it. But, hey, Johnny's still got a shot. 3rd and 13, though. They're having trouble even with our defensive line and stuff. I think they're getting to a lot of 3rd and longs here. We've held them to 10 points right now. Only got 3 down the line, and they're going to run draw. You got Johnny Manziel. Let him go try to make a play. I hate that play call. They're going to punt the ball. Mariota for 26. Devontae. Robert Woods for 21. We get it down to the 1-yard line. We can basically put this on ice almost right here. We'll have a 18-point lead going in almost into the 4th quarter. Motion our tight end across. Gonna hand it off to Gurley, and he's in. There we go. Todd Gurley, another touchdown. 27-10. Tennessee needs an answer back here. Manziel for 12. Drop. 3rd and 1. Hit him for 39. 1st and 10. 1st and goal from the 3. So this was actually a huge answer back by Tennessee. They get it 28-17 going into the half. It is anybody's ball. It's still mostly our ball game, but they do have a shot. Drop back with Johnny. Fire into the end zone. That's a great catch on the back line. Johnny Manziel in his final college game has 47 passing TDs, passes Kellen Moore, who was their quarterback before him, with the touchdown to give them a shot. Now their defense needs to make a play, and they got us into 3rd and 11. This is going to take us to the end of the quarter, though. Okay, here we go. We're going to watch this play. 3rd and 11. If they get a stop here, I mean, down 11, going to get the ball right here, basically, to start the 4th quarter. They need a stop on defense. We need to convert. Mariota's got time. He's getting flushed, and they get the sack. Mariota goes down for a loss of 7. Wow, Tennessee. Okay, and we get a horrible punt. I don't really know what happens there. 7-yard rush. 2nd and 1. 1st and 10. 2nd and 11. 1st and goal from the 6. They're trying to make this a 1-score game. Johnny Manziel leading a comeback. They were down 18 in the 3rd quarter. Gonna hand this off. We fly up, and we get a fumble. This might be a scoop and score. Scoop and score. Oh my goodness. Is that Jalen Ramsey maybe? Number 4? That might be Ramsey with the scoop and score. Fight on, Trojans, and that might do it. My goodness. Oh, that was Tyrann Mathieu. And that's going to do it. I mean, they still have an outside shot. Maybe make it interesting. They got a 3rd and 8 here. But wow, Tyrann Mathieu in his final college game. The Honey Badger gets a scoop and score touchdown. Okay, Johnny Manziel drops back. Checks it down underneath. We rally to the football. They don't got much going there. 4th and 6. 3 down. 2 by 2. Okay, drops back. Popped up in the air. Oh my goodness, they caught that. That looked so weird, and they were able to hold on, though. Manziel trying to make it interesting here. I mean, they don't really have a shot, but hey, Johnny Football trying to ball out. This is his final college game. He had an undefeated season, has over 50 touchdowns on the year when you include rushing. I'm sure he has 47 passing touchdowns. So, you know, great final season at Tennessee. It was basically him or Mariota who I was deciding between, and Mariota just, and Johnny hits a huge strike down the field for a 42-yard touchdown. Yeah, it was either Mariota or Manziel. It was like up in the air. I'm like, who am I going to go for? And I just thought we had a better shot at Mariota. They're now down 10. Okay, we got 3rd and 7, 4:06. I mean, it feels like it's over, but it's not necessarily over. 4 minutes left. Let's see what Mariota can do. If we convert here, I feel like that'll ice it. But oh my God, Mariota's going deep. He's going deep. Oh my goodness, what happened there? He underthrew it. The guy was wide open. I think that's Robert Woods. 8 for 179 for Woods, and that is going to do it. That will be the icing on the cake. Yeah, we're now going to be up 10 here. Unless they get like a pick 6 or something, we're going to run some time out here. 156 yards rushing. Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna go to the end of the game here. Yeah. Oh, they score. Okay, they're down 6. Okay, they were down 6. We went down and scored. We're up 12. Yeah, Mariota kneels. And that is it. Gurley with almost 200 total yards, 3 touchdowns. We go 13-1. Dub in Natty verse 10. And yeah, that gives us our 8th national championship. Crazy. Okay, so looking through our stats, Mariota 391, 2 touchdowns. Obviously, we'll take that. Rushing 134 and 3 touchdowns for Gurley. Receiving, Robert Woods was the big guy today, 179 in his final game. Devontae had 81, but he did have 2 touchdowns. Yeah, I don't know. We don't really lose a ton on offense still. Maybe O-line, like we lose Sirius for sure. We lose Robert Woods. That's kind of it, I think, on offense. Next year, so we win 3 in a row. Let's get it. Let's go. Back to back natties for the Trojans. Yeah, there's only been 3 years we didn't even make it. 1 year we did lose to Notre Dame. Yeah, only 3 years we didn't even make the game. There it is. So we passed Nick Saban with our 8th ring. Put it on the board. Okay, looking at players leaving. Myles Garrett, no! Myles, come on. Wow, going to Baylor. I knew we've had a guy, a big time recruit transfer out every year the last few years. Bradley Peterson, I mean, I don't care. You can leave if you want. Declaring, sure. Seymour, I don't care. Wow, Myles. Because now with Myles, does that mean I should go after Josh Sweat instead of Christian Wilkins? We'll do it. We'll go 7,500 Sweat and Denzel Ward. Let's go to National Signing Day. So yeah, we get Sweat, Denzel, and we get a right end. Did get the #1 class. So that is, I don't even know how many years. And this is our second last full recruiting class. So we only get 3 5-stars, which isn't a ton. So Michigan, Penn State right there with us. Ohio State had 4 5-stars. They got Payne, Wilkins. It's kind of it for our guys. Penn State got Barkley and Fitzpatrick. Okay, that was kind of it for our guys as well. Michigan. Okay, we'll just go through. We'll look at all players here. So Barkley, Penn State, DJ Moore, Bama, Kyler, Houston. Okay, I just want to look at actually the QBs first. So Kyler, Houston, we get oh no, why do guys do this? Why would Lamar and Kyler go to Houston together? Makes no sense. Darnold, I almost thought that was Houston again. I'm like, okay, Utah, Joe Burrow, Ohio State, but they have Jared Goff, so Josh Rosen, Washington. I actually like that for UW. Okay. So we'll go back through. Calvin, Clemson. We get Josh Allen. Dante Jackson, A&M. Darren Payne, Ohio State. Ronald Jones, Texas. Damian Harris, Penn State. Christian Wilkins, Ohio State. Lamar. Yeah, we saw Lamar and Darnold and Burrow. Tremaine Edmonds, Virginia. Denzel Ward, SC with us. Josh Sweat we get. Minka goes to Penn State. Yeah, so I think that's most of them. But Roquan ends up at Georgia. Okay, yeah, the QBs. Why do Lamar and Kyler both have to go to Houston? Like now just one of them will just never play the whole sim. All right, we're at the start of the 2015 season. Just going to quickly look at the roster. Then I'll make the recruiting class, and this will be the last custom. So we got Marcus Mariota and this Bradley Peterson. He's going to be our backup this year, both as seniors. Josh Allen is going to be the starter probably next. Yeah, he'll be the starter next year. So he'll be the starter the last 3 years. Running back, we got Gurley, bunch of juniors, and then a sophomore. Honestly, we could use a running back this cycle. Receiver, we got Devontae Adams this year with this Michael Tate and Seymour and Johnson. Then they're all okay. 2 of them are juniors actually, but then next year will be kind of Tyreek and Debo starting to take over kind of the ship. Tight end, we got OJ, only a junior. We got a sophomore, another sophomore. Left tackle, we got Ronnie Stanley with Connor Williams in behind him. Isaiah Wynn at left guard. Josh Garnett here at center. Bell here. Yeah, we have a ton of guards and Sirius. I thought he was gone, but he's back. We got Clowney and Daniels at end. That, oh man, losing freaking Miles just hurt us now. Like, and then our D line, like, I think I'm gonna have to play Eric Armstead in at defensive tackle with, and then we have 2 left ends here. We can play both these two. Sweat will be a backup, and then we hopefully, like, we'll still have basically all these guys for the next few years. So whatever, we'll figure out. Okay, we got Nick Harris here. We have Jalen Smith, only a sophomore. Then we got Fred Warner as a freshman going to start. So honestly, I think this is maybe our worst team in a little bit. We don't feel quite as just dominant. We have Jalen, Steve Ball, Anthony Holmes, Kevin Dean, Denzel Ward coming up. Free safety, Matt Daly as a senior. Then we'll have Buddha next year. This year, we'll have Jamal Adams starting here. So we're good, but yeah, like we don't have 99s all the way. Yeah, like we're good. We're still going to be really good, but I don't know. It's going to be tough for us to go 4 for 4 here with Marcus. There it is, guys. I'm going to make the last recruiting class and then we'll get right into it. All right, guys, so 2015 season, and this whole time I've been saying that this was the last recruiting class, and I just did my math. My math was totally off. We still have one more full recruiting class to go. So I was totally mistaken. So we have this class, then a full another recruiting class, then our last 2 seasons of the sim. So made that recruiting class as our second last one. This is definitely a strong class, definitely really good in the front 7, which is actually something we're going to need over these last few years. So let's skip to recruiting and we're going to go through it. I'd say D-line, I need some young players on D-line. Our D-line's really good, but it's getting a little old. First, look at QBs. We got Justin Herbert, Dwayne Haskins, and Jalen Hurts, our 3 QBs. We're just going to let it rock on all these guys. We just got Josh Allen last year. Let's see where those other guys go. Hopefully they go to some cool spots. Okay, then at running back, we only have one creative running back. It is Miles Sanders, who really good, played at Penn State. We're going to go after him just because Todd Gurley's a junior. So we're going to go after Miles Sanders, even though we're not on his list. We have a 5-star here who we are first. Maybe we'll go over this 4-star as well. Okay, then we go down to wide receivers and we have 4. We got Chase Claypool, Canadian, went to Notre Dame. We got Michael Pittman, who actually went to USC. We'll go after him. We got DK Metcalf and AJ Brown, who both went to Ole Miss. They're not really that interested. We'll go after Claypool and Pittman and this 4-star. Going down to tight end, and we have no created tight ends. We do have a 5-star who are first on his board, second. We have another one who are second. Yeah, we got 3 4-stars that we're going to go after there. Going down to offensive line, and we only have 2 of them. The first one is Jonah Williams, who actually went to Alabama, but he's from California. We're first on his board. We'll definitely add him up. We do have, honestly, not a ton at all tackle. So we'll just kind of let it ride with just Jonah for now. If we go down to guard, we have no created guys. So we have the second best guard in the class. We are first on his list. We also have a 3-star who are first. We'll have both those 2. Then we go down to centers. We only have one. It is Landon Dickerson. Really good. Played at Florida State and Alabama. We're 4th on his list. So we'll go after him. Another 4-star who were first and a 3-star who were first. So that kind of wraps it up on offense. Now getting to defense, definitely want to try to nail. And we're not first on any of the ends. So there's Rashawn Gary, there's Brian Burns, and Nick Bosa are the 3 ends. I think I'm going to go after Burns and Bosa because they're from Florida. I think I should have a pipeline there. We also have a 4-star end who are first. We'll just go after those guys because really it's D tackles I definitely want to get at least one of. And this is the craziest, just a crazy group of D tackles. We got 4 or 5 really elite ones. We got Dexter Lawrence, who played at Clemson, Derek Brown, who played at Auburn, Jeffrey Simmons, who played at Mississippi State. I think he's 1st-round pick of the Titans, Ed Oliver, who played at Houston, and Quinnen Williams, who played at Alabama. And we're really not on any of their lists, which is kind of crazy. None of them are really from our area of the country. Man, I'm going to add, I really would like Dexter Lawrence. We're add those 3. We'll kind of just see what happens. We really could use one of these guys. We got another guy who are first there. And actually, yeah, we'll go him and the 4-star. For outsides, we have no created guys. We'll go for this 4-star who are second. Go down to middle linebackers. We have two. We got Isaiah Simmons and Devin White. Isaiah Simmons played at Clemson. We're 4th on his board. We'll add him. Devin White played at LSU. We're not on his board, but we do have this 5-star who we are. We'll add him up. And we got a 4-star who we're 1st. We'll add him as well. Go down to corners. We got Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. It gets cut off, so I couldn't add the rest of his name. But we got him. We got Trevon Diggs. And we should have Byron Murphy. I don't know if I'm just missing him. He played at Washington. Oh, did I maybe make him a safety by accident? Okay, we'll hold off on him. There should be Byron Murphy. I don't know if I accidentally made him a safety or if somehow I forgot to make him. We'll go after Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. Doesn't look like Trevon's going to be an option. We'll go after this Corey Barber. Yeah, not great for the corners wanting to come here. We go to safeties. Oh, I accidentally made Byron Murphy a safety. He was actually a corner, so that's fine. And that's our last secondary player who's created. We're 2nd on his board. We have another safety here who we're 2nd. If we go to strong safeties, we got a 1st for a 4-star. Then we'll go down to our athletes. We got we have a ton of 1sts here. Okay, I'm going to make room for one more guy. This big athlete I want to add, 6'5", 230. Well, that's what we're looking like with recruiting. Definitely a pretty good class. Like I said, so this is our 2nd last custom class. I was doing my math wrong. It's only the last 2 classes. Where I had it wrong is because usually I do 5 seasons in a video. This is actually 6 seasons, but the last 2 you don't make recruiting classes. So that's where I had that a little wrong. We're going to redshirt Josh Allen. Hopefully he doesn't try to leave if we redshirt him, but whatever. Wide receiver, we got Christian Kirk. Tight end, OJ Howard. We'll let it rock with him. Left tackle, we'll do Connor Williams this year. We'll do Josh Sweat. He better not transfer out. We'll do this freshman here, the 77. Linebacker. No, I don't really care if you left. Oh, man. We need some linebackers, honestly. We'll do Denzel Ward. Actually, I don't want to do Denzel. I'm worried about him trying to transfer. So I'm actually going to play Denzel maybe this year. Just we cannot afford him to try to transfer out. We've had bad luck with corners. We had 2 corners and Myles Garrett transfer out the last 3 years. So I'm getting a little nervous of that. Okay, going to look at our schedule here. And we have an A- schedule. So definitely not an easy one. We got Texas on the road early. Oklahoma early. Washington State. Colorado, who looks decent. We got Notre Dame as per usual. Arizona State. We got Navy. We got an LSU game. Okay, and I think they have Baker Mayfield, and then we end with UCLA like usual. So definitely some decently hard games in there. Nothing like a top 5 really team, but consistently we play in the pack. There's just consistently difficult games almost every week. Okay, gonna look at our preseason polls here, just kind of see who the other best teams in the country are. So we're an A+ all across. We have Tennessee. Not really buying it this year. They're number 2, but they lost Johnny Manziel. I don't think they're going to be an issue. Penn State, I think they're probably I think them and Ohio State, Georgia. I think that's really the other teams. Florida looks pretty good. Stanford, we actually should look at them. Ohio State, I think they're going to be very good. Clemson, I'm not too worried about. Georgia, I think could be really good. Nebraska looks okay. A&M, we'll have to check out them. Miami with Jameis Winston. Texas, meh. Michigan, meh. Michigan State, Colorado B+, Oklahoma, Minnesota, LSU, who we play late in the year. They do a Baker Mayfield. Looks like they're going to have a good offense. Like it's us, Penn State, Georgia, I think. I want to make sure I look at that conference or the championship contenders over the next few years. So Mariota trying to win back-to-back Heismans. He's won 3 national championships, only lost 1 game in 3 years, 3-time national champion, trying to win back-to-back Heismans, which would be wild. That'd be our 2nd back-to-back Heisman after Reggie did it. So we got Mariota, Devontae, Garnett, Bell, Sirius, Clowney, all first team All-Americans. Ronnie Stanley, and that's it on second team. So this is the championship contenders over the next years. That's what I say. And Penn State's been just putting together killer classes. Florida had a really nice group a few years ago. They're kind of coming into form. Ohio State, I think is going to be really good the next few years. Georgia, just consistently. Like I think we're really the 4 best programs right now. A&M, honestly, too. On my estimation, it's us, Georgia, Penn State that really are kind of the best. All All right, so now we're going to get into the recruiting for this 2015 season, 2016 recruiting class. Going to go through, I'm just going to offer scholarships to everybody and see if we get any auto commits here. We do get one, a 4-star wide receiver. Okay, we get Jonah Williams, like basically the #1 offensive lineman. So that's a big one. Oh, we get Matt Harper, a D tackle. We get a 4-star middle linebacker. Oh, and we get a 4-star athlete. So got like 4 or 5 guys right there, all a bunch of 4 stars. No, oh, we got the one big offensive lineman as well. Okay, so I'm gonna make my recruiting class, and then I'll tell you guys what we're kind of looking like here. All right, so this is what our board is looking like. Miles Sanders, I want to go after pretty hard, just to kind of see. We don't really have a running back after Gurley leaves, so I would like him. Byron Murphy and Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, we're gonna go after pretty hard. The 2 best like secondary players. We already got the other best offensive lineman. We're going to go pretty hard after Landon Dickerson. Then Reggie Mitchell, this tight end. We do need a tight end here. And we got 4 defensive linemen. I'm going 350 a piece. So basically, I'm just going to look at Bosa and Burns. And whichever one it seems like we're doing better with after the first week or 2, we'll probably just kind of pull and go with him. Then same with Ed Oliver and Quinnen Williams. We'll probably just go at 2 of these 4. Then we have a middle linebacker, we have Michael Pittman, and then we just have some athletes that we will bump up once we get after this week 1 when we have more of our scholarship points. So yeah, this first game, we got to at least put up like 50 points right here. 63-21, we will take it. Okay, just kind of looking at our upcoming schedule. Like, we don't have any huge games, maybe ASU or Navy late in the year if they're still undefeated. But this Texas OU, this is just a tough 1-2 stretch. Let's go beat Texas. Okay, we do win that one. Now we got to beat OU next week. Okay, so week 9 is going to be our big visit week this year. Arizona State. Okay, we got OU this week. Need to win this one. They ruined our undefeated season last year. 35-20. So we're not really blowing teams out right now. Somewhat close games, but let's keep it rocking. So looking at recruiting, I don't know how good this class is going to be. Miles Sanders, we're in like a 3-way race, but with smaller schools, Cincinnati and Syracuse. Ohio State is beating us for Burns. We're like 4th right now. They're beating us for Quinnen. It is really close though. Us in Michigan for Byron. Ohio State's beating us for Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. We're in 4th for Dickerson. We're doing good with the tight end, linebacker. Pittman, we're right in it. We're doing good with that athlete. The outside linebacker, decent, and this athlete, we're doing good. So that's where we're kind of sitting. Yeah, we'll see with this recruiting class. I always kind of say, I don't know if it's going to be that good. We usually still end up #1, but we'll see this year. Okay, Washington State should be a big win, 55-23. Okay, we got number 12, Utah. They're undefeated. Oh, okay, yeah, we're going to wait till probably Arizona State, though. Gonna sim through this game on the road in Utah. This is not an easy game, guys. Okay, we get it done. Utah, that's just always scary. They got, freshmen. I think they got Sam Darnold right in there. So that scared me a little bit, but we get through it. Okay, so looking at recruiting, we just got locked out by Landon Dickerson. Sometimes these lockouts can actually be a blessing in disguise. So when we start, we're locked out right now. We're 1,900 points down. We have a skill point where we can do it 5 times a year where we open the door, it's called. We pick the lock, and now we jump back up and we're into 2nd. So now, we got visits coming up with this guy in a few weeks. That might be the difference between us losing him or getting him. We're right there with Miles. We're pretty far behind with Burns. This is one where I almost want to get locked out with him. Quinnen, it's us or Ohio State. We actually have the visit 1 week before, which is huge. Byron Murphy, it's us or Michigan. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, us, Michigan, Ohio State, maybe Nebraska. Dickerson, us. We're kind of in the back. We're going to get that linebacker or the tight end. Pittman, we're kind of falling back. I'm kind of waiting on some of these guys. Just stay in the race until we lock down some of those big boys, and then we can free up a lot of points. So we have our big visit week 9. So we got to sim through Colorado, win by 10. We're kind of playing with fire. I'm a little bit worried here, but we get through it. Okay, so we do get that tight end, the Steve Baker, to commit. We did need a tight end, so that's actually pretty big. We got Notre Dame at 5-1 this week. Okay, Notre Dame, and then we got Arizona State ended up losing. We'll still watch some of that game if we beat Notre Dame. Okay, we beat Notre Dame. Now we have our big visit week Gotta win this game, and then we'll check out all the top 25, all that type of good stuff after that week as well. Hopefully we didn't lose anybody this week before our big visit week, ASU. Okay, so yeah, ASU 5-1, still obviously has a good record. So we have basically everybody in for visits this week. So hopefully, I'm thinking we definitely have a shot at Byron, maybe Miles Sanders. That's about it. And then maybe some of these smaller dudes. So yeah, we'll see. Okay, so we're going to watch some of this ASU game. Obviously, we're much better on paper, but you never know. And like I said, I don't think we're really blowing teams out this year. We're doing well, but it's not like we're just taking people to school. 2 years ago, we were really good. Right now, again, we're first on offense, which we kind of always are at this point. Defensively, we are 38th. They're actually fourth on offense. A bunch of big guys in for visits. Ooh, we got no Todd Gurley. I really hope he's not like out for the year or anything. That's their top three. Mariota's injured too. Oh, our whole backfield. High ankle sprain for Mariota in his last season. So he is definitely not winning the Heisman this year. I don't even know who our QB is. I think he's pretty good. I think he's like a really fast guy. Not a real player, but yeah, it says Bradley Peterson. He's a 99 overall with 97 speed. Wow. Not big throw, but he's really accurate. He just only has 83 arm strength. So he can't throw it deep, but he can run and he can, you know, he's accurate. So we'll see. We'll sim through the first quarter, but we get picked off first drive. We get a field goal. Then we go down and score 10-7. They tie it up 10-10. Incomplete. 3rd and 5. We get stopped. Okay, this game. 4th and 11, they punt. 3rd and 6. 4th and 10. Oh no. Set 1st and 10, 2nd and 12. Okay, we got 3rd and 12. It's definitely a game where we need our defense to show up. They're right now 0 of 5 on 3rd down, so we're doing really good on defensively when it matters most. Let's go make a play right here though. Ooh, into coverage, and we get the incompletion. That's a great knockout. You know, meet him at the catch point for our defense. Get him to punt it. 1st and 10. We're running the ball. Devontae for 26 yards. Okay, we'll watch from here. 1st and goal. We know number 18 is our quarterback. 97 speed at the QB position. Gonna drop back. Hey, tuck it and run. Yeah, do that. Oh, we got pushed into the guy for the sack. I actually liked that idea, but it didn't pay off. We'll keep watching this drive though. 2nd and goal from the 9. Obviously looking for a touchdown here. I'm going to Devontae. Oh, we're going Wildcat. But we don't have Todd Gurley either. Wow, this just really puts a damper on this season. No Mariota or Gurley, our two best players. Mariota's final is a year. He's out for 6 weeks and it's week 8. So that'll put him right maybe back for the conference championship game if we make it. Okay, we got our QB. What the hell just happened? What just happened? Okay, that was some sort of glitch. Somehow it got snapped to our wide receiver and he just stopped and didn't move. Okay, so it is 13-10. That was a little weird. I didn't mean to call that. Definitely closer than we would have liked, but we'll see. 1st and 10 to hit 24. 2nd and 10. 1st and 10. 2nd and 10. 3rd and 10. We got to hold them to 3 here. We do not want to be down going into the second half. To ASU, all our guys visiting right now. Okay, they're gonna do a draw. Jadavon Clowney eats them for dinner. Clowney, absolute freak show off the edge. We're gonna hold them to 3, and then they missed the. Oh, they went for it on 4th down. They don't get it. Okay, it's halftime. Their ball. They're driving a bit to start here. 2nd and 13. Okay, 3rd and 11. We've been really good on 3rd downs. So 0 of 7, our defense is holding them to. So it's time to go get them. Pin your ears back, Clowney. Let's go make a play, big boy. Our offense is sputtering a little bit without, 2 of our 3 best players. This year it was really about Mariota, Gurley, and Devontae Adams, and we're down to one of those guys. Okay, we brought a bit of a blitz. Clowney was in there. Boom, knockout. Good job, Jalen Smith riding that guy down the field. We have him and Fred Warner at linebacker right now. Obviously a great twosome. 13-10. Okay, I'm gonna go through this quarter and we'll just let it rock here. So we go up 16-10. They go up 17-16, and then they actually stop us and they have the ball, but they fumble it. We recover it, and we score. Peterson to Johnson, a bunch of just nobodies out there. 4th and inches, they punt us the ball. Adams for 26, OJ for 7, and we score again. Not Devontae Adams. That might do it. Yeah, okay. So it got a little closer than we would have liked, but we win 37-17. We're just trying to hold on right now. We don't have our two of our 3 best offensive players. It's going to be a bit of a struggle. I mean, I don't even know if Gurley's going to be back, it didn't look like. And then Mariota maybe by, the conference championship game. So I don't even know if we're going to get there at this point. Injuries are a part of the game, though. So Peterson played well, 303, 3 touchdowns. Seals on the ground, 162. He's a 96 overall. He's not a bad player. Receiving Devontae Adams, I had a feeling this was kind of his year. Daniels on our defensive end had 15 tackles and Clowney had 10. 4 and 3 TFLs, each had a sack. Jalen Smith had a interception at linebacker. So we're going to sim through this week. We'll see how many commitments we get. And then I want to go look at the top 25, kind of look where the other teams are at. We'll look at our stats, all that good stuff. Wow, we got way more there than I was thinking. Holy, we just kind of cleaned up. Quinnen, Miles, Pittman, Byron, and then a couple of linebackers. I was not expecting that. So we just got 4,000 extra points from that. Holy. Snads down to Dickerson, Burns, and Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. Hopefully we can end up with 2 of the 3. And now we can just kind of go through and see who else we want. We might be able to get in on this Kevin Smith guy, actually. Same with this guy. Screw it. We'll just kind of go all in on him. Decently hard at this guy, even though we don't need to go that hard. Okay, so let's look at this top 25. What are we working with here? So we are 8-0. We got Georgia at 7-0. Ohio State 7-0. UCF and Clemson. Then we got Michigan 6-1. Where's Penn State? Penn State's lost 2. Oh, they just lost to Michigan, and now they have Ohio State and Georgia's their next 2 games. Ooh, so one of either Penn State's going to get their 3rd loss or Ohio State is going to get their 1st loss. Ohio State has to play Penn State still and Michigan at the end of the year, who's having a pretty good season. Georgia, they got Florida and Penn State, so they could definitely lose one of those. UCF probably plays nobody. They did just beat 2 ranked team, which is nice. Looks like they got Louisville at the end of the year, and then Clemson don't even have a ranked game left. Heisman watch, we're obviously not going to be in this. I mean, okay, our Bradley Peterson is somehow 3rd. Paul White at Clemson. Clemson's putting together just some offenses where guys are putting up yards, clearly. If we look at season stats, wow, this Peterson, Mariota must have got hurt really early in the year because he's 3rd in the country in passing. Seals there for rushing. Devontae 11th in receiving. Clowney 30th in tackles. He also has 4.5 sacks. Jalen Smith has 2 ints. Marlon Humphrey tied for the lead in the country. So yeah, Mariota played like 2 games. Goes down. Peterson's really good though. 189, 27 touchdowns, 4 picks. Rushing, Seals, Gurley barely played. Peterson's adding another, 38 on the ground. He's really fast. He's big too. He's 6'4", 220, basically the same size as Mariota, even faster, just doesn't have the arm, especially the arm strength. Michael Tate and Devontae kind of leading the way. I thought Devontae was going to have an even bigger year, but he doesn't have Mariota throwing on the ball. Fred Warner, that's where we are with tackles. TFLs, we got Daniels and Clowney just leading the way. Armstead in the middle. And this is where we are with sacks, Armstead, Daniels, and Clowney leading the way. We only have 4 picks on the year. Jamal does have 1 as a freshman. Looks like it might went not for a touchdown. If we look at team stats, total offense, we are 2nd and then 1st in points. Defense, we're going to be nowhere near. Defense isn't great this year, which I don't really get, but it is what it is. Okay, we got Arizona this week. Sim through, gotta get the win on the road, and we lose. Oh, this late in the year, that's gonna be a killer, absolute killer. But the injuries this year might have done us in. Not having all our boys, I don't think we lose that game by 6 points if we have Gurley and Mariota. Number 13 Navy. Is this where Navy might have Mahomes? No, Holmes either went to Army or Navy. They do. So that's why they're actually doing good this year. Got 1,000. I was only throwing for 141 yards a game, though. So they must be running like triple option shit. He does have 385 rushing yards, but so yeah, that's why they're actually ranked decently high. So we got to be able to beat Mahomes here. We do get the W, kind of lock down Mahomes, only hold him to 3 points. Okay, we got LSU this week. We're 13th in the country, man. Yeah, we basically don't have a shot right now. We got to beat LSU, Baker Mayfield. So we had to beat Baker and Mahomes back-to-back weeks. We're maybe jump up to like 8 or 9 this week. We just are going to have to jump so many teams losing that late in the year. This was Mariota's last year too, trying to win 4 straight national championships with him at the QB each year. That would have been crazy. So yeah, let's look at the top 25. How many unbeatens are left? 3 unbeatens: Ohio State, UCF, Baylor. But like we're behind 3 lost Nebraska at this point, Cincinnati, Tulsa. Yeah, we probably will still make the conference championship game, I would think, which will help. But okay, we got UCLA in our last game of the year. We're number 9. How are we number 9? We get a win. So you can't, if you're gonna lose, you got to lose in like week 4 or before, even 5, 6. But we lost in week like 11. Just doesn't really fly usually. We jumped up to 7. Our best chance is that we still are going to be in our conference championship game. I think we need... Okay, so UCF plays Louisville this week. We need them to lose. And then Ohio State plays... Oh, they just beat Michigan. So we got to hope... They might play like Nebraska or something. We got to hope they lose to Nebraska. I don't get how 3 lost Nebraska is that far ahead of us. It doesn't even make sense. We better still be in the conference championship. Okay, we're going to play Cal. We went up to number 7. So let's take a little look at what we need to happen here. UCF won. They have no game. So we basically need Ohio State to lose to Nebraska, Tulsa to lose, and we got to beat Cal and maybe we'll sneak in. That sucks. Looking at recruiting, we'll just kind of go all in on Dickerson and Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. We have 9 scholarships remaining, but that's fine. I am going to simulate this game. We do get a win. I don't think we have really a shot at the Natty, which sucks. Would have loved to win 4 in a row with Mariota. Wow, Peterson ends up 2nd in the Heisman. That freaking Clemson, that's like their 3rd Heisman winner. We make the Rose Bowl. So we're the 6th team that ends our 3-peat. We wanted to win 4 in a row. I did win 4 in a row with Miami. We are not going to do that here. We play freaking Tulsa. It's Ohio State versus UCF. I would have loved to play this Ohio State team, but it is no dice. I do not care about Rose Bowls. Is Buddy back for this? What's our injury report like? I think Mariota's probably back. Yeah, just Gurley. Oh, even Gurley's probable, but doesn't really matter at this point. That's going to do it for Mariota's career too, which kind of sucks. Had a chance to win a freaking national championship 4 years as a starter. We do win, so we go 13-1 dub in Rose Bowl. Davante Adams, most career receptions in school history, most yards in school history, most touchdowns in school history. So he's the best receiver we ever had through the sim or in the history of the school. We lose him. So here's final stats. Peterson led the country in passing. There's Seals at running back. Davante was 6th in the country in receiving yards. Fred Warner was there for tackles. Daniels, and then INTs. We did not have a lot of INTs this year. So Mariota, that is it. That wraps up his career. He would have had a chance to break a ton of records too. If he would have passed for another 4,300 yards this year and another 40 to 50 touchdowns, I don't even know. He would have been right up there for some huge records. Chance to win 5 national championships, but it was not meant to be. Peterson did have a really good year. He's gone as well. Rushing, that's where we're at. We still have Gurley coming back. Receiving, we lose Davante. Look at his career. He had 500 yards and 13, 1,000, 1,200. Had 10 or more touchdowns every single year. Didn't have his main, quarterback this year. We do lose this Rick Johnson as well. We lose some guy. Oh, Tyreek actually got a bit of run this year. 257 and 2 touchdowns. Defensively, that's where we're at for tackles. We lose Clowney this year. Really good impact player. Gonna suck to lose him, but yeah, he had a really nice run. Bit of a changing of the guard with both our defensive ends. Daniels and Clowney are leaving. Daniel really only played this year, but those are kind of our big guys. It's along the D-line, losing those two ends. And then on offense, Devontae, Mariota. Okay, we're going to advance to end of season. So we're at 169-11. We have 8 national championships. We have 3 more years. Want to get at least one to tie my Miami record of 9 in 16 years. That is where we're at. Like I said, we're going to load up just on Dickerson and Chauncey Gardner-Johnson here. Just 7,500 each, and we'll just kind of see where else. If anybody else signs on the dotted line, that's sweet. If not, whatever. Okay, we're going to advance National Signing Day. I don't think I've ever spent 7,500 on a recruit, not gotten them. So we should get both those guys, and we'll just see with the other guys. Don't care as much about any of them. Okay, we get an end and a middle linebacker. And there we go. Really good class once again, number 1 recruiting class. That's every year but year 1. I think we had like 8, maybe 5 stars this year. Yeah, 8 and then 11. Byron Murphy, Quinnen Williams, Sam Bakers, Miles Sanders, Michael Pittman, Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, Landon Dickerson were the big real players, I believe. Florida had 4 5-stars. Dwayne Haskins at QB, that's a big pickup. Penn State and Ohio State, I thought they were going to do better. We'll kind of just look at where all the top prospects went here. I want to look at the QBs. QBs are obviously so important. So Herbert goes to OU, Dwayne Haskins, Florida, and Hurts goes to Utah, but they already have Bradford. So that's kind of weird. Herbert at OU, that's in our division, like, because they're in the Pac-12, and then Haskins, that's big for Florida. So Dexter Lawrence, North Carolina State, OU for Herbert. Claypool goes to Penn State. We get Pittman and Murphy. DK goes to LSU. Rashawn Gary goes to Penn State. AJ Brown goes to Ole Miss, his real-life alma mater. Derek Brown goes to Florida. Oh, Isaiah Simmons, OU. So that's 2 big recruits for OU. We get Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. Jeffrey Simmons goes to Penn State. Brian Burns goes to Ohio State. Ed Oliver, A&M. We get Baker, Landon Dickerson, both them on the O-line, plus Miles Sanders. Devin White goes to Arkansas. Quinnen Williams, we get Wayne Haskins, Jalen Hurts, Nick Bosa, Ohio State. That's going to be most of our guys, I think. Trevon Diggs, Ohio State. So Ohio State had a good class for sure. Okay, we're going to be moving Connor Williams over to right tackle, and then Jonah Williams, who we just got, will take over at left tackle next year. Landon Dickerson will be taking over for guard here at center here soon. Move this guy to left guard just for depth. Okay, the defensive line maybe. So we got Josh Sweat, Armstead. Yeah, like we're still good along the D-line, but not like what we once were. We used to be just absolutely insane. We do get Quinnen, who will take over for Buckner. And then we got some depth pieces that will get better. Okay, so that's what our position changes look like. Okay, just gonna advance, and then we'll look at the roster before I make the last recruiting class of the video. All right, so here we are. We're going to look at the roster really quick. Then I'm going to make the last real recruiting class of the video. So QB, we got a 93, Josh Allen starting. He's going to be a 3-year starter for us. Yeah, he's going to be the starter. We're going to let it rock. We got Todd Gurley and Seals in their last year. And then honestly, next year, it'll probably be Miles Sanders. Hopefully he's like around an 88, 90 by then. Wide receiver, we got Seymour and Michael Tate. Then we got Debo and Tyreek Hill. Honestly, though, I think I'm going to maybe just not play one of these two. Like maybe this Seymour. I'm just going to play Debo and Tyreek this year. Then we got Christian Kirk and Pittman below them. Tight end, we got OJ Howard for this year. We got Hayford and Webb for next year. And then we got Steve Baker, who we just brought in as a freshman. Got Ronnie Stanley as a senior. We got Jonah Williams in behind him. We got Isaiah Wynn, who's only a sophomore, with another sophomore in behind him. Got Hardy, who's a senior. Newton, who's a junior. And then in behind them, we got Landon Dickerson this year. Got a junior right guard with a sophomore and a junior in behind him, and then a freshman right tackle who's already an 89. We got Josh Sweat at one end with Eric Armstead at the other end, but he's a senior. Then we got Eric Armstead in the middle with Quinnen Williams, and then just some young guys. So Not quite as deep on the D-line, but still good. Nick Harris, then more. We got Jalen Smith and then some young guys. We got Fred Warner and then a freshman. At corner, we got Ramsey Ball and Anthony Holmes, all 2 seniors, and Ramsey's a junior. Then behind him, we got Kevin Dean along with Denzel Ward, younger guys, and also Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, who's a freshman this year. At safety, we got Budda Baker with Byron Murphy in behind him. And then we got Jamal Adams and then this Anthony Smith. So probably Byron will end up being the backup safety at both spots over the next few years, but there we go. So really good team, even a little better than last year, I think. So gonna make the last recruiting class and then we'll finish the last 3 years. All right, guys, start of the 2016 season. This is our last full recruiting class. Then we are going to have our last custom recruiting class. Then we are going to play 2 final seasons of the sim. Already made the recruits. Let's get into it. So this is going to be the 2016 season. We just went 13-1, won the Rose Bowl. We are at 8 national championships right now. Now, for our last recruiting class, this is a cool one. These guys will only be playing 2 years. So these guys won't be making the biggest impact in the sim, but it is still, you know, they will still play their freshman and sophomore season. So going through the QBs, we are going to have Josh Allen for the next 2 years. So I don't really care about Tua or Mac. And then the other one is going to be Kenny Pickett. So Pickett obviously played at Pitt. Tua and Mac both played at Bama. They're leaning Michigan, Ohio State, Georgia, and then Georgia, Bama, Ohio State for Mac. If we go to running back, we just got Miles Sanders. For our real life running backs, we got Najee Harris, who actually went to Bama. He's from Antioch, California, though. So we'll go after him. There's Travis Etienne. He went to Clemson. And then our last one is DeAndre Swift, unless I accidentally didn't make him. Okay, weird. There's supposed to be DeAndre Swift. I don't know if I accidentally cut him out for some reason. But we got another 4-star back. We'll just go after him as well. Okay, going down to wide receivers. This is one of the best wide receiver classes you will ever see. Maybe the best in the whole sim. So first we got Justin Jefferson, went to LSU, maybe the best receiver in the NFL right now. We got T. Higgins, played at Clemson, unreal in the NFL. Devontae Smith, played at Bama, one of the best college careers ever for a wide receiver. You know, first top 10, 15 pick by the Eagles. We got CeeDee Lamb, just was like second in the NFL in receiving yards, played at Oklahoma. We got Henry Ruggs, who played at Bama, was a top 12 pick by the Raiders. So those are our wide receivers. Oh, and we got one more. Oh, and Jerry Jeudy, who also played at Alabama, was a first-round pick by the Broncos. So just absolutely insane. I think the only one of these guys who wasn't a first-round pick was actually T. Higgins, and he was like the first pick in the second round out of Clemson. But none of them want to come here. So that's all good, though. We don't really need wide receivers right now. Maybe I'll add like Justin Jefferson just for fun. We go to tight ends. I don't think we have any created ones, so we'll just go after these 2 4-stars who we are first. Going down to offensive tackles, and we actually have some really good tackles in this class. We got Tristan Wirfs, we got Jedrick Wills, we got Mekhi Becton, and Andrew Thomas, and we're actually not on any of their lists, which is a little surprising. We have been getting a lot of offensive linemen lately, so that might be why. I might just we'll add Tristan Wirfs, just see if we could kind of sneak our way in. As far as guards, we have one created one. It is Elijah Vera Tucker. He was a first-round pick by the Jets. He actually played at USC in real life, so we were definitely going to add him. We have 4 4-star guards. We'll add all them to our board. If we go centers, we have no created ones. We just got a really good center last year in Landon Dickerson, so we'll just add this 1 4-star here. Go down to defensive ends. And we got 2. We got Chase Young, who obviously went to Ohio State. He was the first overall pick out of for Washington. And then we got Jalen Phillips, who's our second guy. He went to the University of Miami. I think he went to UCLA before that and transferred to Miami. He's from California. We're second on his board. We'll add him up. We also got this 3-star. We can just add him. Okay, moving down to linebacker. Defensive tackles. We have no created guys in this class. So we'll just kind of add these 2 4-stars who we were first. If we go outside linebackers, we have no created guys. So all auto-generated. We have 2 4-stars. We'll go first on their, we'll add the 2 we're first on their board. If we go middles, we do have 2. We got Patrick Queen, who went to LSU. And then we got Dylan Moses, who actually went to Alabama. He's really good. We'll add him. Even though we're 6th, that's kind of it for middle linebackers. We got 9 spots left on our board. Go down to corners. We got 2. We got Jeff Okudah, who went to Ohio State, was like the 3rd overall pick by the Detroit Lions. We got AJ Terrell, who went to Clemson, was a 1st-round pick by the Falcons. We're not on any of their boards though, so we'll just let it rock with the 2 4-stars there. Go down to free safety. And we have none. We have no created guys. Those are all our created guys. So go down freeze. Nothing really great there. Have a guy there. A couple of 4-stars were first. I might add Okudah, just see if we can sneak in there. And then we have our athletes who we usually do really well with. Oh, we have a ton. So a 5-star, a 4-star, a 4-star, and a 4-star. And then we have another one who we're not even going to be adding. So that is it, guys. That is what our board is looking like. Pretty nice. Now we're going to kind of go through our stuff here. Now for red shirts, we only have 3 years left. So unless it's actually me buying a year for a guy, if they're a sophomore, there's only 3 years left. It doesn't make sense to redshirt them. Same as our freshmen. It doesn't make sense to redshirt Miles Sanders. We only have 3 years left. The only time is if I have someone who's like a senior or a junior who I could let a backup start over them or something like that this year. Yeah, we're not going to be redshirting anyone this year. Only 3 years left. We will let it go. Okay, now we're going to go through our depth chart. Now this is going to be a little bit interesting. So this is going to be a bit of a transition year, honestly. We're still going to have Todd Gurley. We're going to be starting Josh Allen. At wide receiver, I think I'm going to get rid of this Tate. And I'm going to make Tyreek Hill my number 1 wideout. We'll have Michael Tate 6'3", and then we're going to play Deebo Samuel in the slot. And then this Seymour, even though he's a 99, he's going to be our 4th wide receiver. I just really want to focus on Tyreek and Deebo because we're going to have them the next 3 years, and I want to really showcase them and get them better. We're going to have OJ Howard, Hayford, and Webb. Left tackle Stanley. Left guard Isaiah Wynn. Center Hardy. Right guard Johnson, and then Connor Williams at right tackle. Our O-line is stacked. Honestly, D-line, I think I got a little bit cocky with how good we had some guys transfer out, and then I got a little bit cocky with how good we were on our D-line. I didn't quite recruit it quite as hard. So we're really good this year with Armstead and Buckner, but then we're going to be super young for our last 2 years of the sim. We got this Nick Harris, All-American linebacker. We got Jalen Smith as a junior. And then we got Fred Warner at our other backer. Corner, we got Ramsey, Ball, Holmes, Dean, Ward. Free safety, we got Baker, Jamal at strong safety. So that's where we're rocking. We're obviously really good still. I don't know if we're quite as good as we've been in the last few years. But obviously we are still going to have a really good shot at winning it all. Custom schedule, we're only a B+, so I might book us a tough game early. Really test our mettle with this team. We do have a decent amount of ranked opponents, but let's see who we could get going here in week 2. Florida, Georgia. Do we get Ohio State again? Should we just go number 1 Ohio State, add them to the board? You know what? Let's go Georgia, actually. I kind of want to play Ohio State in the Natty. I don't want to give them a loss right away. We'll go Georgia. We'll go Georgia at home, add them up. Number 3 team in the country. They have Deshaun Watson at QB. So yeah, that's going to be tough, obviously. That gives us an A schedule. Not easy. All right, so here we are at the start of the season. Going to go look at the top 25, all the kind of preseason stuff we like to look at. So Ohio State's actually the number 1 team in the country. They're an A+ across the board. Same with Georgia's a 97, but they're really good as well. Florida A+. A- Michigan, A Nebraska, A- Stanford, A+ Penn State, A for A&M, A- Minnesota, Miami, A-, Clemson, and A+. So we'll check out them. Okay, yeah, so it really feels like us, Georgia, Ohio State, and probably Penn State are the 4 best teams like it's been the last while here. So let's go look at some of these rosters. So obviously this is us. We're good. Not quite as good as some of the past years, but obviously really good. Still, Bama, they've really just kind of fallen off. They got DJ Moore. Clemson, a couple of really good running backs in Chubb and this Gibbons. Corner, tight end. Calvin Ridley with Paul White is their QB. So not sure about him, but yeah, that's some good weapons. Nick Chubb and Calvin Ridley is obviously really good. They look pretty good for sure. Florida, they got Derrick Henry and TJ Watt as their two best, both seniors this year. That's a pretty good top two players, obviously. A 92 QB is obviously really good. They got Dwayne Haskins for their last 2 years of the sim. Also, wide out. They're decent, not incredible. So yeah, Florida looks pretty good. They got their superstars in place. Okay, Georgia, who we play at the start of the year, they got 99 Deshaun Watson. Holy, okay, this team is actually stacked. My goodness. 99 Deshaun, only a junior. They'll have him in the next 2 years. Vernon Hargraves at corner. Robert Kimdichie in the middle. Alvin Kamara at running back. Dalvin Cook and Christian McCaffrey at running back, which is just cool but stupid. Like, Dalvin Cook has had less than 300 yards rushing in his career in 2 years. Right tackle, Orlando Brown. So, yeah, running back, it's about as good as you'll ever see. Wide out, like, just move McCaffrey to wide receiver. Tight end, really nice tight end, a junior. Left tackle. So, yeah, O-line, they're just okay. Yeah, the right side's good. So, they're a good O-line, not incredible. Left end, meh. Right end, meh. D tackle, they have one really good one, and they have, okay, yeah, I thought that was Derek Brown. They have some other decent guys. Good middle linebacker. Yeah, okay, they're not bad at linebacker. Vernon Hargraves, all their good corners, both their good corners are seniors is their trouble. Nice safety, but he's a senior and then a junior. So yeah, Georgia, really freaking good. That is going to be an absolute nail biter in the first or second game of the year. LSU, they got Baker Mayfield and Mark Andrews. Pretty dynamic duo rate here. That is going to be tough to handle for whoever plays LSU this year, but not, I don't think they were like national title contenders necessarily. We got Jameis Winston at Miami. Oh, like, yeah, they're good, but not incredible other than him. Michigan, okay, not incredible for sure. Look at Notre Dame, who's ranked number 11 coming into the year. Yeah, they're just okay. Yeah, I'm not too worried about them. 86 junior quarterback, no other really good quarterback on the roster. Ohio State, so this is the other team. Yeah, they look really good. Chris Jones on the inside, good D tackle, nasty wide receiver in this Vince Jackson, who had 1,200 yards last year. Hampton, Cross. Okay, yeah, I want to kind of just go through their whole team really quick. So they got this. Oh, they had Jared Goff and he left? Oh, yeah. So I thought Ohio State was going to be better than Georgia this year, but they don't have Jared Goff. So actually, probably not. They do have Leonard Fournette. They have this Jackson, but they don't have a ton else at wide receiver. Yeah, so I kind of see why they thought this was their year this year, and then they're going to kind of take a step back. They have a ton of seniors. Holy. Yeah, so this is the year they got to kind of get it done. They do have they definitely have a better D-line than, Darren Payne and Christian Wilkins than Georgia. Yeah, they're really good, but a ton of seniors. They do have Marlon Humphrey and Trevon Diggs. Not much. Okay, they have a good strong safety, but he's a senior. So yeah, Ohio State looks absolutely great this year. It's too bad Jared Goff left, because then they would be a really complete team. But yeah, this is their year. Oregon, meh. Okay, Penn State, who I think probably has the other really good roster this year. Jonathan Allen, Ezekiel Elliott, Quentin Nelson. Yeah, we'll quickly go through there. So QB, they got this Everson, who's a 93 junior, not bad. Ezekiel Elliott, he is a senior though, but they do have Saquon for next year. Wide receiver, McDaniel. I mean, they're not incredible. They got Chase Claypool, and all the guys are back next year. Tight end, he's a sophomore. O-line, and Quentin Nelson, obviously really good. The rest of the O-line is okay, not incredible. D-line, meh. Rashawn Gary will get good over the next few years. They have Jonathan Allen this year. This Rich Robinson looks really good, so they'll actually be good on them. Oh, and they got Jeffrey Simmons. Bennett, but he's a senior. Peoples as a junior. Bobo as a senior. They have a good sophomore in behind him. Corner Bolden, Ben. Two of these guys will be back. Yeah, so their top two corners are back next year, but their other two are gone. Free safety, they got Minka Fitzpatrick. Strong safety, Jabril Peppers. Both will be back next year. So, yeah, Penn State, really freaking good too. Okay, we'll go kind of quickly through the rest. Tennessee obviously will be fine, but they lost Johnny. A&M, they said they're one of the better teams. I don't know, not really up to the Penn State, Georgia, Ohio State level. Texas, where's Texas? Yeah, same with Texas. They look fine, but not scary. UCLA, who we play late in the year, meh. Utah, they do have Sam Darnold at QB, a nice wide receiver, a good running back, so that's not an easy game. UW, they got Josh Rosen with some wide receiver talent, so that'll be like a fun offense. But yeah, so that is where we are kind of sitting this year, guys. Yeah, it's kind of us 4 teams that I've been kind of saying: Penn State, Ohio State, Georgia, and us. Okay, gonna go through our recruiting, just offer scholarships. Okay, and we get Najee Harris as an auto commit, so we'll have him and Miles Sanders the last few years. Oh, and we get a wide receiver right away, a 4-star. Okay, we got a 3-star tackle. Okay, we got a 4-star guard, so we're really doing well with the auto commits. Now I bet you will go on a run of not getting like any. Just keep going down. Oh, and we get a 4-star strong safety. Now we just kind of have our athletes here and that. Oh, and we get a 4-star athletes. We got like 6 auto commits there. Yeah, we got 6 auto commits. So that's going to make the recruiting obviously a lot easier. I'm just going to make my board and then I'll show you guys what it's looking like. Alrighty, so this is what our board is looking like. Now we're going, there's only 2 seasons where these guys are actually going to be playing, so it doesn't really make sense to go for a bunch of depth players. We are going all stars because these guys at least have a little bit of a chance of playing over their first 2 years. So the 6 superstars right here, and then we have a few athletes we're just going 200 with, and then I might add 1 or 2 more guys, to it once we get some points back from our scholarships that we just offered next week. But yeah, so we got UAB first game of the year. Hopefully this is like a 56-13. We'll take it. Okay, so we got Georgia right here. Okay, so we beat Georgia. OU's not an easy game, so we got a bit of a break with Washington State. OU is just honestly always tough. Okay, we're gonna go week 8 as our big visit week this year. Buffalo. Okay, we got Washington State. Cannot lose this one. We jumped up to the #1 team in the country also after that Georgia win. Okay, we got OU. OU always just plays us tough. I feel like, oh God, Utah's ranked #3 in the country right now. Got #6 Notre Dame later at OU, 33-6 win. I feel like we're going to stumble at some point this year. I almost hope it's a little bit early. Just with a freshman 93 quarterback. It's not like we have Mariota the last years. Oh, Mariota did go undefeated as a freshman and win the national championship. Redshirt freshman. So maybe Josh can do it. Okay, just kind of looking at recruits here. So Jefferson, it looks like us, Ole Miss, or LSU. Worse, us or Florida. We jumped up big with him. Looks like we're going to get Vera Tucker. Looks like we're going to get Jalen Phillips. Jeff Okudah, we're in a four-horse race. We're in about a 4-horse race with Dylan Moses. This Derek Cross, we're gonna kind of hold on. These guys, either we're doing well, or like this D tackle, we're not doing that great. The athletes, we're all doing well, but I'm basically just trying to hold on until we get like Vera Tucker and Jalen Phillips to commit, and then that opens up points and we can spend it on some other guys. Okay, Washington ranked. They have Josh Rosen at QB. Not an easy game. Oh, okay, really easy game. 59-0. On paper wasn't easy, but okay, this Utah game though, on paper, definitely not easy. Luckily, it's at home. They're #3. Utah and Oklahoma always play us tough. They got Sam Darnold at quarterback now, so that obviously makes it interesting. They have a really good QB. Okay, so Utah. This game scares me, but we're not going to watch another one until the conference championship game. So just got to sim it. Oh, I knew it. Luckily it's early. That might cost us. Utah and Oklahoma. They just always give us trouble. That was at home too. We got Elijah Vera Tucker that week, but now we drop down to #7. We'll sim a few weeks, then we'll kind of look at what the recruiting is looking like. Justin Jefferson just locked us out, but we're going to pick the lock, get back in on him. We're going to sim a few weeks, and then we'll look at what just the top 25 and everything's looking like. So Vera Tucker commits. That's going to just open up points for us to just spend on all these dudes. Damn, Utah always just does us in. So we got one more game against Colorado. Then we play the We have one more game against Colorado Buffaloes. Then we play Buffalo next week, which is our big visit week. So here, hopefully, we should get like Jalen Phillips, maybe some of those athletes, some of those type of guys to commit right here against Buffalo. Luckily, we're 7 already, so we actually didn't drop a crazy amount with that loss. Okay, so let's just kind of look at the recruiting here. So basically all our guys are visiting this week. Jefferson not going to sign. Maybe Wirfs. I think we'll get Jalen Phillips, not Okuda, not Moses, maybe this Cross, maybe this guy, maybe Smith, nope. And then we have a good shot with all the athletes, I think. So that's where we're sitting. This should be obviously an easy win. We actually fell to number 8. Buffalo, 41-14. Oh, wow. Wirfs, Phillips. And then a bunch of those athletes, stuff like that. So we freed up a ton of points. Okay, ASU. We'll sim. Actually, no, it's been 8 weeks. Let's take a look. So let's lay the top 25. Utah undefeated. And that might cost us actually a chance to go to the freaking conference championship. LSU undefeated. Ohio State, Michigan State, UCLA. Luckily, we play UCLA, so we can knock them off. Do Ohio State and Michigan State play each other? Yes. So Ohio State has to play Michigan State, then Penn State over the next 2 weeks. Penn State's already lost. Penn State just can't get it together. And then they have to play Ohio State, Michigan the next 2 weeks. They lost the first game of the year to Arizona. LSU, who do they play? Bama, Mississippi, Auburn. Utah plays UCLA. That's kind of it, but we need them to lose at least a game or two. Heisman watch. Baker leading the Heisman chase. Then we got Jameis Winston at Miami also. Look at some of the stats. So season stats. Tyreek Hill is 8th in the country in receiving as a sophomore. Jalen Smith, 10th in tackles. Armstead, 4.5 sacks. Holmes has 4 picks. So yeah, Josh definitely got hurt. Like, we have a good backup, but it's just kind of annoying. Splitting time there. Seals, Gurley's only had 33 carries on the year in his senior season. And then Seals got hurt also. So Miles Sanders actually been having to play as a freshman. Tyreek Hill and Tate are going off. Debo's having a good year as well with OJ. I mean, Tyreek, 87 yards a game as a sophomore. Armstead, Warner for tackles. TFLs, Armstead and Sweat. Armstead and Moore for sacks. INTs, it's Holmes. Ramsey does have 2. Ramsey's only a junior too, so he'll be back next year. Man, these injuries are annoying me over the last 2 years. So total offense, we're second, and we're second in points behind LSU with Baker and Mark Andrews. Defense, we're actually not bad. We're like in the top 15. And we played some really tough teams. Like, we played Georgia week 1 and stuff. Okay, got to win the rest of our games. We lose another game, we have no shot. Right now, we still have a shot, but there is a lot of unbeatens left. We win, beat ASU. Okay, Arizona, sim through. Oh, 5-point win. Holding on the skin of our teeth. We went up to number 4. We need Utah to lose maybe 2 games. I just don't know if I'm not sure exactly how the Pac-12 works, like if it's by division or not. Because if it's by division, we actually need them to lose 2 games to get in the conference championship. We're 4-1. Let's see. Let's look at the polls. Utah still undefeated. Michigan State, Louisville. Georgia 6-2. So they lost another game. Penn State 7-1. So they beat Ohio State. Yeah, they beat Ohio State by 4. LSU, UCLA lost. Ohio State has 2. So Ohio State lost back-to-back games. Yep, they lost to Michigan State and then Michigan. And Michigan State now, we need them to lose. And they've played all their tough games. I don't know if it's in the cards for us this year, boys, but okay, we got 2 byes here. Okay, all of a sudden we just jumped up to the number 1 team in the country after those 2 byes. So Penn State, us, and Georgia. Where is... Utah lost 1 game. They lost to OU. I don't know if they still have the tiebreaker over us to get into the conference championship. We got to beat number 4 UCLA though. Number 4 on the road. We get a 3-point victory. Trying to win our 9th national championship. Tie my record when I was at Miami. Okay, let's look at recruiting here. I've been just kind of letting recruiting do its thing. We only have 6 spots remaining. Going after a lot of guys, so I got to be careful here. I want to make sure I have at least 3 spots for these 3. Well, really only 2, because we're not going to get all 3, that's for sure. Definitely don't need this guy. Don't need this guy. Okay, Notre Dame. We're the #1 team in the country still. Gotta beat Notre Dame. Oh, we win by 10. We have close games. We are not blowing people out this year. We have a young quarterback, young offense. Other than Todd Gurley, we're just young across the board. But by next year and the last year, this offense is going to be scary, I think. We're going to have Josh Allen, Reek, and Debo for the whole end of the sim. So just those three alone is going to make us really freaking scary. Bye week, we're #1. We better make our freaking conference championship game. We didn't make it. Freaking Utah had the tiebreaker over us. So we're the #1 team in the country. We don't make our conference championship game. Where is Utah even? Utah plays Stanford. So we could easily get jumped here. I don't know. Just up in the air at this point. If we look at recruiting going into the offseason. Oh, man. So we're 640 behind on Jefferson. We're up on Okuda. We're 1,700 behind on Dylan Moses. And a few other guys kind of spread out as well. We don't win the pack, even though we're the #1 team in the country. There's a really good chance we get overtaken here now. That's just going to really hurt like our scores when we play one less game. We don't win our conference, and we do have a loss. Gibson wins the Heisman. Dorsey, Winston gets 3rd. We play Georgia. So we don't win the pack, but we stay #1 and make the national championship. Rematch against the team that we beat by 3 points. So Josh, okay, we'll actually look at the stats at the end of the year. We already looked at Georgia, so really in depth. So we'll just play this game. But yeah, Georgia gets in. They beat LSU. We stay in over Miami was probably the other team that was really in the running because Michigan State didn't make their championship game either. And then Penn State lost. If Penn State would have won, they were the #2 team. They definitely could have jumped us. But it looks like we would have got in over Georgia. So there it is. Georgia rematch of week 2. Let's go. Trying to win our 9th national championship. We're the #4 offense. First time in a while we're not the #1. They actually have a better offense than us in yards or in points. We have a better defense. We're 7th, they're 18th. We got Jalen, and Hayford as our top 3. They got Deshaun, Dalvin, and Christian McCaffrey. And they have Kamara, and they have 3 injuries. We have none. Orlando Brown, that's our right tackle as well. Here we go. This is our 10th appearance. Yes, our 10th appearance in the national championship game. We're going for our 9th win. We did lose 1 to Notre Dame. #1 versus #2. We're trying to beat Georgia for the 2nd time. Deshaun Watson, Vernon Hargraves, Robert Kimdichie, Deshaun Watson, Dalvin Cook, Christian McCaffrey. I didn't even mean to return this, but here we go. College football national championship in the Cardinal Stadium in Arizona. Seals on the return. Oh my God, we might host this. We almost host that. 50-yard returns by Jake Seals to start this one off. Okay, we're going to sim through the first quarter. So we go down on a short field and score. They go back down, score right there. They stop us, then they score. Big 44-yard rush by Kamara. We're driving, but we get down to 3rd and 10 right here, down 14-7. Trips to the top of the screen. Josh Allen in shotgun. Todd Gurley in his final college game beside him. Josh Allen, plenty of time. Kind of buying time. You got to throw it, Josh. Oh no, and Josh goes down. Oh my goodness. I don't know if he's hurt. See what they do. 4th and 3. Okay, we force a punt there. 2-yard rush. Okay, Josh Allen's still in. 1-yard rush. 3rd and 13. Oh, they got a 15-yard defensive penalty. Josh Allen to Tyreek Hill. Debo dropped. Okay, we got 2nd and 2 from the 7-yard line. Let's go offense. This is where I'm going to Todd Gurley. Best running back in the country. Hand it off. We got pullers. Gurley, cut that up inside. Go and follow your blocks. Tries to bounce that out to the outside for no reason. We have to kick a field goal. We're down 14-10. Deshaun driving now. Stevenson for 14, 2nd and 11. Okay, we got him to 3rd and 7 right here with 3:25 left. Deshaun Watson in shotgun with Kamara or Dalvin beside him. Drops back, bringing a blitz. It's wide open over the middle. We brought the blitz and they blocked it up. Great shot there by Deshaun Watson to Freddie Oliver. Huge pickup. And then they hit it Oliver for a touchdown next play, and we are down 11, 9 yards. Josh Allen throwaway. Josh Allen to Tyreek for 17. Josh Allen for 6. Josh Allen to Tyreek. Okay, 3rd and 5. 1:42 left. We're trying to make it 21-17 here going into the half. Josh Allen in shotgun. That's Seals beside him, not Gurley. We got Reek and Debo on the field. Allen drops back. He has a guy wide open. You got to turn up field. Is that Debo wasn't quite able to turn that up? We're going for it. We are going for it. We're going empty stick. My favorite short yardage play. We got Debo on a little out route there. We got Hayford. This looks like man coverage to me. Boom. Hayford right there. And we complete it. Brandon Hayford. Big time tight end target. Okay. Tate for 16. 4-yard rush by Seals. And we're down 21-17. They do have a minute left though to try to go score. Incomplete. 1st and 8. Oh my God. Deshaun intercepted by Jalen Ramsey. Jalen Ramsey. We hit Seymour for 14. Seals. And we score a touchdown to Seals. All of a sudden, we're up 3 right before the half. What a turn of events. My goodness. They do get the ball. And we got him in 3rd and 15. What a change. Jalen Ramsey comes up with the pick. Gives us a touchdown right before the half. We're going to rush 3 on Deshaun here. And we get the sack. We get the sack. I think that's DeForest Buckner right there. Yeah, it is his 2nd TFL. Wow. Now all of a sudden we can take it. Oh God, we got 2nd. Okay. It is 3rd and 25, 4th and 25. Okay, we're going to punt this. That's fine. Kamara, Pruitt for 26. Kamara, Oliver for 8. 2nd and 4, 1st and 10, 2nd and 5, 1st and goal. 1st and goal from the 4. We are up 3. Let's see if our defense can come up big here and hold them to 3. May only let him tie it up. Deshaun right over the middle. Ooh, Fred Warner, one of the best coverage linebackers in the sport, comes up playing that hook zone over the middle, gets the knockout. 2nd and goal from the 4-yard line. Deshaun Watson under center. Alvin Kamara in behind him. Drops back, hands it off to Kamara, and he gets tackled short. Gained about 2 yards on the play. It is 3rd and goal from the 1. Really trying to hold him to a field goal here. We got our 4 down linemen. Trips to the short side. They're going to hand it off. Kamara, and we get a huge TFL. Wow, great stop. Eric Armstead flies in the backfield. And we are going to hold him to 3. Field goal good. We got a 24 all game. Okay, I'm going to go through the rest of this quarter just quick. See what happens. We get a field goal. They're driving now to get their own. They get a touchdown. Alvin Kamara, 40-yard rush. Their running backs are so dynamic. Incomplete. Tate for 22. Gurley for 5. OJ for 11. Gurley for 11. Tyreek for 26. We got 3rd and goal from the 3-yard line, down 4. Pistol formation with Josh Allen and Todd Gurley. Hand it off to Todd. What a tackle. Met Gurley in the hole and drove him back. They have really done a good job on Gurley, but we are going for this. That's Roquan Smith who made the tackle. Okay, we're going empty stick. No, they got a free rusher off the edge. Didn't even touch him. Didn't even have time. Oh my God. We need... Okay, we got him the 3rd and 12. We're still alive. We're fine if we get a stop here. But if they convert this 3rd and 12... Oh man. Okay. We're bringing a blitz right there in his face. Wow, I love that call. We brought fast pressure. He hits the completion, but it is 4th and 3. They're going to have to punt that ball from their own 20. I love that blitz. Okay. Josh Allen throwaway, 2nd and 3rd and 4. Okay, we get the 1st down. 2nd and 10. 3rd and 5. Throwaway. 4th and 5 from the 43. We're going for it again. I'm getting aggressive. We're going 4 verticals this time at an empty. I like the pressed corner up on Tyreek. Oh, going right there to Hayford for a huge gain down the seam. They ran a cover 3 there, and Josh Allen's able to use his incredible arm to get it into our tight end. Wow, what a strike. 2nd and 10. Oh man, it is 3rd and 10. A field goal. I mean, it's fine, I guess. But we need a touchdown here. What do you have for us, Josh? Drops back. Gurley. We got time. Fouls into the end zone. Deebo Samuel, 14-yard touchdown with 3 minutes left in the national championship. Oh my, Josh Allen to Deebo. We get the extra point. Now we're up 3 with 2:50 left. Kamara. 5-yard. 2nd and 8. Okay, we got a 3rd and 5 right here. What do we got? Defense. 4 down. Deshaun Watson in shotgun. Gonna motion their receiver down. Boom. Fires it over the middle, and it's gonna be a 1st down. Big completion. 2 minutes left. Drop by Pruitt. Okay, we got him to 3rd and 10 again, and they are out of field goal range. This is massive. Empty. Here we go. 1:43 left. Up 3. Oh, we had a guy break through. They're right on the edge of field goal range here. What are they gonna do? They are going for it on 4th down here. So they're saying this is too long of a field goal. This is the game. If we get a stop, it is game over, basically. They do have 3 timeouts, but okay, they're gonna do a reverse. We got him. Oh my goodness. They tried a reverse. They turn it over on downs. They do have 3 timeouts, but wow. 4-yard rush by Josh Allen, 3-yard rush by Gurley. Okay, we got him to 3rd and 3. We pick up a 1st down here. It is game over. If not, we have to punt it. Pistol, Gurley in behind him. They're going to hand off. Gurley's got the edge. The corner comes up. 4th and inches. 4th and inches. We're going for it, but I'm going to play I for him here. We're using Todd Gurley to go pick this bad boy up. This will be his final career carry. If he can pick it up, it'll be game over. We're gonna flip it to the strong side here. Let's go, Todd. Yeah, we got it. That's it. We are gonna win our 9th national championship, tying my record when I was with Miami. Josh Allen Neal, 11-yard rush by Gurley, and that is it. We beat Georgia twice in the same season. Incredible. 9. Oh, that was a great game. We had a comeback too. We were down like 10 or 12 at one point. Deebo game-winning touchdown the last 2 minutes from Josh Allen on 3rd and 10. Hits a strike, and it's over. We win it. Josh, 327, 2 touchdowns. Gurley got kind of bottled up, but he made it happen at the end when he needed it. Tyreek, 100 yards. And Deebo, only 30 yards, 2 catches, but they were both touchdowns, including the game winner. Actually, I want to look at defensive stats. Oh, man. Defensively, Buckner, 3 TFLs, Jalen 2, Buddha, Buckner, and we had Jalen Ramsey with the pick as well. In the national championship. Gives us 9. Now we have 2 years to try to win our 10th to beat my Miami record. Oh, we actually went 12-1, not 13-1. Because we didn't actually we didn't win the Pac-12 this year, but we won the national championship. So that's the way she goes sometimes, I guess. There it is. We beat our own record. 9 national championships, trying to get our 10th. Okay, we'll look at the All-Americans. We should have a good amount. We got 3 on the O-line. Eric Armstead on the D-line. Okay, so only 4 first team. Second team, we got Reek as a sophomore. Isaiah Wynn. So we got all of our offensive line. We're first or second team. We got Holmes on defense as well. And then freshman Josh Allen, obviously he was borderline just All-American, even though he got hurt. Connor, Josh Sweat, Quinnen Williams, and our kicker. Look at some of the stats. Josh Allen there for passing. I mean, he got injured. Jameis got 2nd. Josh Rosen got 4th. Rushing, that's where we sit. Receiving, Tyreek finishes 4th in the country in receiving yards and played 1 less game because we didn't make our conference championship. Eric Armstead in tackles. Eric got 8.5 sacks. INTs, Holmes had 5. So Josh, tough. He passed for 244 yards a game. He got hurt, so it's hard. Gurley really dealt with injuries both his last 2 years. So only ran for 1,000 yards in 1 year. Josh, when he played, was a really, helped in the run game. Receiving, Tyreek, 1,200 yards. Tate gone. We lost a lot of guys this year, actually, as well. Tate, OJ, Seymour, Gurley, then a bunch on defense. Armstead, corners, DeForest Buckner, TFLs. Here's sacks. Here's INT. Jalen had 3. Any pick sixes? No. Buddha had 1. And Denzel Ward had a pick 6 as a sophomore. Denzel Ward had 3 sacks. Weird. Okay, let's look at team stats really quick. Total offense, we're actually not going to be very high because we did play 1 less game as well. Points per game, though, we finished like 4th. Defensively, we were one of the better defenses in the country, like 6th best in points per game. Or actually better than that because we did play 1 less game, so that'll actually help our points per game. Our contract, we have 2 years left till retirement. We are 181-12. That's where we're sitting. We didn't win the pack this year. That's only our 2nd time not winning the pack, but 3rd time, but we did win the national championship. Look at players leaving. Michael Pittman, why do you guys do that? Whatever, don't really care about you. Jamal. Jamal. Okay, we got him back. We lose Ball. Anthony Holmes, DeForest Buckner, Seymour, Nick Harris, OJ Howard, Ronnie Stanley, Todd Gurley, Eric Armstead, Tate, Seals, Hardy. Ooh, baby, we lost some talent. Okay, I think I want Justin Jefferson, of course. Like, it's Justin Jefferson. Come on. And I'm going to go after Dylan Moses because I think we do lose Jalen Smith after this year, and there's an outside chance he might play. I don't think Moses would actually play for us, or Okudah would actually play for us ever. Moses, I don't even think Jefferson will actually play for us. Maybe his last year, I'll just play him in the slot just for fun. So yeah, we get Moses and Okudah. Those are the 2 I wanted. Top classes, we get the number 1. We had 15 4-stars. We got Jefferson, Moses, Najee Harris, Jalen Phillips, Elijah Vera Tucker. Those were like our big. Oh, and we get Tristan Wirfs. Let's go through all prospects. So we got Justin Jefferson. T. Higgins went to Michigan. Mac Jones, Georgia. Patrick Queen, Ohio State. Devontae Smith, LSU. We got Najee. CeeDee Lamb, Baylor. LSU got Etienne. So LSU got Etienne and Devontae Smith. Chase Young, Old Dominion. Tua went to Nebraska. Henry Ruggs, Tennessee. Kenny Pickett, Miami of Ohio. Jeff Okudah, Kansas State. Jerry Jeudy, the U. AJ Terrell, Nebraska. We got Wirfs. Jedrick Wills went to Ohio State. Mekhi Becton, Virginia. That's going to be most of the guys. Just going to sim to the start of the next season. We'll look at the roster. Okay, here we are. Start of the 2017 season. So we have no real life recruiting class this year. Just going to go look at our roster. So we got Josh Allen, went up to a 99 as a sophomore. We got a really nice backup, and then this guy will be the 90 overall guy will be the backup for the last year. Miles Sanders is going to be our starting running back over the next 2 years. We do have some young guys in behind him, including Najee Harris. Wideouts, it's going to be Debo and Tyreek over the next 2 years as just our best players. We got Christian Kirk, who's going to be in the slot probably, and then we have Justin Jefferson, who's going to be our 4th receiver this year. So he's actually going to play this year, honestly, and then next year maybe I'll play him over Christian Kirk just because then we'll have Tyreek, Debo, and Justin Jefferson with Josh Allen throwing to them as their last year. We have 2 really good tight ends this year. Then we got 2 young guys who will be kind of taking over for the last season. Left tackle, we got Jonah Williams this year. Isaiah Wynn over the next 2 years here. We got this Newton this year, and then we'll probably play Landon Dickerson for the last season. We got this Johnson this year, a couple of seniors. We got other guards we can move around. Then Connor Williams. Right tackle, we got Josh Sweat, who's going to be our end, for the next few years. We got this Tommy Brown with Jalen Phillips in behind him. D-line, we're good, but we're not as good as we were a few years ago. We were just insane. Losing Myles Garrett really hurt because we just have Myles Garrett and Josh Sweat right now. We do have Quinnen Williams as our big-time D-tackle on the inside. And then we just have some other good guys, kind of below him that will be playing with him next year. Left outside, this Darius Moore, he is a senior. We got this Archie in behind him. We got Jalen Smith, who's a senior. We got Dylan Moses, who will probably start next year. Then we got Fred Warner, but he's only a junior, so we'll have him for the next 2 years. We got Jalen as a senior. Bean is a senior. Then we have Denzel Ward, who's a junior. He'll be a senior next year. Will be our best corner. And then maybe we'll play Chauncey Gardner-Johnson by next year as well. Going to be playing Buda Baker this year. We have Byron Murphy is kind of a backup for both safety spots as well, with Jamal Adams at strong safety over the next 2 years. So really good team once again. All right, so here we go. We're just going to kind of get through this season now. We got 2017, 2018 seasons. We got 2 left. We won 9 natties. Really want to win one of these last 2 years at least and get 10. That would beat our Miami record. Okay, let's look at our schedule. In our second last year, we have an A schedule. We start with South Alabama, then Tulsa, Oklahoma, Washington, Utah, who beat us last year, Colorado, Notre Dame, Arizona State, Arizona, Stanford, Louisiana Tech, UCLA. So quite a few ranked teams, definitely some good teams. I don't know if it's quite as good as last year's schedule or as tough, but there we go. Okay, gonna just look at the top 25, see who the big teams are. Us at A+, Georgia at A+, Ohio State drops to an A, Stanford at A-. Miami, I think they lost Jameis. Michigan State, Penn State. Penn State looks like the second best team on paper. Utah, Clemson, Navy, LSU, A&M, Michigan. Okay, so that's kind of where we're sitting. If we look at Heisman watch, Deshaun Watson leading the Heisman. He is a senior this year. Preseason All-Americans. We got Tyreek. We got our center and our guard on offense for first team. Second team, we got 2 or more offensive linemen. So all on offense. Okay, game 1. South Alabama, should be a big win. Let's see, 40-21. That's actually a little closer than I would have liked, but we get it done. Okay, week 2, we got Tulsa. Gonna sim through this. 20th, 44-14. We'll take it. It's even a little better than that South Alabama game, and they're ranked. So there we go. Feels weird not having to do the recruiting after every week. Did that for 14 straight years, but we had a run with the recruiting. Number 1 every year, except the first season. I got 10th. Okay, we got OU. I want to kind of look Washington. Maybe we'll watch this Utah game. Oh, Stanford at 3. We actually never looked at Stanford. I want to go because they were like an A-. I want to look at them really quick, actually. Maybe we're going to either watch the Utah or Stanford game. Barnett, good QB. They're pretty good. I don't know how they're an A-. They're good, but not the number 3 team in the country good. Okay, well, we're advanced at SOU. We'll probably watch the Utah game. OU always plays us tough, 44-20. So all very similar first 3 games score-wise, around the mid to low 40s and around between 21 to 17 points allowed. We got Washington right now, and they have Josh Rosen. So I said this last year, actually, because we played Washington. I said, not going to be an easy game, and we won 59-0. I doubt that's going to happen again, but we'll see. 45-21, so we're right in that same range, mid to low 40s. Mid 21 to 17 points. Okay, so we got Utah. We are 4-0. We'll watch some of this game. Number 7, Utah Utes. So we are 3rd on offense, 16th on defense. They are 38th and 18th. Their kicker, Sam Darnold, and they got Darnold and a really good receiver. That's kind of what they're built around. We got somehow Barnett. Oh my goodness. Okay, I don't know. Somehow Barnett's playing quite a bit. I was going to say, did frickin' Josh Allen go down? But we got two of our offensive linemen and are injured, which I don't love. Okay, we are going to sim through the first quarter. We'll see where we're at. We go up 7-0. We go up 14-0 after 1. They fumble. We have a chance to go up 21-0 right here. We'll watch 1st and goal from the 5. Josh Allen, Miles Sanders, Debo, Tyreek Hill. That is kind of what our offense is built around this year. We're going to do a little fake Josh Allen standing tall in the pocket. He has literally an hour to throw. Someone's got to get open, and they do. Debo Samuel from Josh Allen. That's 3 touchdown passes for Allen. We go up 21-0. We're going to sim through this quarter. Still 24-0. They get a late touchdown, and we get a late touchdown. 31-6. We're going to go through the quarter here. 31-9, 31-12. We're punting. Let's watch. We fumbled something, and they returned it for a touchdown somehow, and it's 31-19. 4th and 2, we punt. My goodness. Okay, we got 3rd and 5 here. So they're making a bit of a comeback here. It's only an 11-point game. They got Sam Darnold at quarterback. We need to stop right here. They're doing a little tunnel screen. Oh, and Jalen isn't quite able to keep up with their wide receiver. All of a sudden, just some weird shit is happening in this game. Cook, throwaway, incomplete. They punt. Okay. Miles, 3rd and 14, 4th and 9. Our offense is really struggling here. 2nd and 17. Okay, we got a big 3rd and 12 from their own 5-yard line. I want a safety right here. Someone pin your ears back. Let's go Sweat. Let's go Quinnen Williams on the inside. Someone pin your ears back and go get right on cue. Safety. Let's go. That might have been Quinnen. No, it was Robert Knox. D tackle. I said, hey, someone go get a safety here and let's end this. And we do. Our offense is just kind of sputtering here, but so is theirs. 3rd and 3. Debo for 17. Miles. Debo for 5. Miles. Hayford. Christian Kirk for 21. Debo for a 12-yard touchdown. So it's 40-19. We're going to sim now. We'll stop, obviously. Yeah, 47-26. And that is the final. So Utah made it a little interesting there towards, in the 3rd quarter, but we get out of here with a win. Josh, 405, 5 touchdowns. I feel like he didn't have that good of a game, but there it is. Miles, 156 and a score. Debo went completely nuclear. 12 catches, 180 yards, 3 touchdowns. Tyreek had 5 for 90 and 2 scores. Crazy. Defensively, Jalen led the way with 9 tackles. Knox and Sweat each had 2 TFLs. Knox had that 1 sack. We had no picks on the day. Here we're going to sim ahead. We're playing 3-1. We are 5-0. Okay, we'll sim through CU. Why? Why can't we just go undefeated? Now we got to sweat the whole rest of the season out and hope a bunch of people lose. I don't know. I was far away from the mic. I don't even know if you guys did hear any of that, but Colorado beats us. We're going to drop down to like 10 probably. Number 8. We'll sim this game, then we'll look at the top 25. We got to beat Notre Dame, though. We can't lose 2 in a row on the road. Okay, we got to win, but man, lose to Colorado? Colorado. Okay, so we're 5-1. Somehow we're 5th, so everybody's kind of losing right now, though, it seems. There's only 1 unbeaten is basically the only good thing that's going on right now. And they still have to play Minnesota, Penn State, and Michigan. Minnesota has to play Ohio State, Navy with Mahomes. They actually have to play a lot of good teams, so they'll probably lose another one. Oklahoma, who we already beat. Colorado. What is Colorado's record, though? Is Colorado going to... Colorado, we need to lose, 2 more games to end the year in division, or we might not make the freaking conference championship again. Okay, we got to beat Arizona. Or ASU, sorry. 49-17. Okay, and then I want to go look at our stats, see how we're doing there. So, season stats. Josh is 4th in the country in passing. Josh Rosen is 2nd at UW. Dwayne Haskins is 5th at Florida. Miles... not a ton of rushing yards. That's fine. Receiving, Debo's 2nd in the country, only 20 behind the guy who's in 1st. Jalen Smith, 3rd in the country in tackles. Sacks, Sweat has 4. Lead is 6. INTs, Murphy has 3. And he's like a backup. But Marlon Humphrey is 8 for Ohio State. Josh, 17 touchdowns, 4 picks, getting about 246 a game. Pretty good. He's also averaging, another 40 on the ground. Him and Miles are really... Miles Sanders, and then our backup is Ron Miles, but they're our kind of leading ball carriers. We're really passing the ball a ton, though. Debo is our number 1 receiver along with Tyreek, and then Christian Kirk is honestly right behind him. Then we have our tight end, and that is basically who we throw to. Those 4 players almost every down. Defensively, we got Jalen Smith leading the team in tackles. TFLs, it's Sweat, Archie, more Archie and Sweat. Quinnen has 1, 3 INTs, 2 for Jalen. Jalen might have a pick 6. Nope. Yeah. Forced fumbles, pass deflections, 9 for Jalen, 7 for Jamal. That is a pretty talented secondary right now. We got Jamal, Buda Baker, Jalen Ramsey, Denzel Ward. Definitely pretty nasty. Okay, let's sim through Arizona. I don't know why I flipped both those. Okay, 51-10. That's actually maybe our best win stat-wise of the year. Okay, we got number 5 Stanford. We jumped up to number 3, even though we have a loss. Ohio State looks like they're still undefeated. Navy, still 1 loss only, but they still have to play Tennessee, Bama, and Army, who's ranked to end the year. We really need them to go down because they don't have a conference championship game, so they obviously can't lose that. So if they're ahead of us, it'll be really hard for us to jump ahead. We gotta beat Stanford, obviously, here. Yeah, not easy. It is at home, and this is really our last tough game of the year. Stanford! We kind of blow the doors off them. That's what I like to see. That should jump us up to number 2. We're the best. Come on. 1 loss team. We're the best. I'm shocked Penn State just can't put it together. I've noticed that a lot in these sims. Penn State always, like, they'll have a 5, 6, 7 year period where they do sick in recruiting. They have good teams, and they never beat Ohio State. I don't know. Okay, we got LA Tech. We jump up to number 1, so Ohio State must have lost. Wow, so we're back up to number 1. LA Tech, and we're starting to like play better as the year goes on, which I like to see. Okay, we got to beat UCLA still, obviously. 48-20. I don't think we ever lost to UCLA in the whole sim. I'm like 99% sure. 16 straight years beat them in our crosstown rivalry game. Pretty good. We beat Notre Dame basically every time except the Natty. They did beat us in the Natty. Or I guess we got 1 more year for UCLA to maybe beat us, but okay, we just advanced. We dropped down to number 2. Are we gonna not make our conference championship? I don't think we're gonna, which is just insane. We didn't again. My gosh. We're the number 1 team in this poll though. Arkansas has to beat Florida. Navy might get in. Ohio State, if they beat Minnesota, they are only at 1 loss. Penn State, who did Penn? They must lost to Ohio State and Michigan. No, they beat Ohio State, but they lost to Nebraska and Michigan State. Wild. Okay, who knows? I don't even know if we're gonna get in now again, or we might, even though we didn't win our conference. 2nd freaking year in a row, because we lose 1 game and somehow that team sucks but goes undefeated and bold in our Okay, so Brian Brooks at Navy, 1900 yards, 27 touchdowns, wins it all. Abrams at Ohio State gets 2nd, and we make the national championship with 1 loss again. Not winning our conference, just weird. Just nobody finishes undefeated these days. Like there was times in that Miami series, there was multiple times, I think 2 or 3, where I finished 14-0 in the regular season and didn't make the national championship because there was too many undefeated teams. But we play Arkansas over Navy. I would have really liked Ohio State, honestly, over Arkansas. We'll look at their team. They're not great. 91 overall. Razorbacks, they got a good running back. Good linebacker, good wideout, good running back, good punter, decent QB. Like, they're fine, but I'll be shocked if we lose this game. So we're 1st on offense, 45 points a game. We are 6th on defense. They're actually 3rd on defense, and like they had a good season stats-wise. Wynn, Baker, they got White, Hodges, Allen. We just have one linebacker who's probable for both teams. Everyone's healthy coming into the game. Let's go. Let's get it. Okay, we're going to sim through the 1st quarter. We hop out to a 7-0 lead. They get stopped. We 14-0. They're driving here. Ooh, they get a big pass. 2nd and 7. 3rd and 9. 3rd and 9. Arkansas needs a score here. They got to get into this game. 14-3 still doesn't sound very great for them. The motion their tight end across. QB drops back. Time, wide open receiver. I don't know what happened to our coverage there. There was a huge bust on the back end, and they go up we're up still, but it is a 1-score game. Okay, now we're on offense. 2nd and 1, 1st and 10, 2nd and 6, 3rd and 10. Joshy, what do we got here for him, my guy? Shotgun, motion our tight end across the formation. We got Debo and Reek as our 2 big weapons. Josh Allen drops back, fires it deep down the field. Boom! Tyreek Hill. one-on-one on the outside with Josh Allen's rocket arm, and we make him pay. Tyreek Hill over the top for a 50-yard bomb. Okay, we stop him. 1st and 10. We're driving now, and we score the next there with Debo for 53 yards. And we might run him off the field here. This just felt like not a good matchup. We just felt like the much more talented team here. Okay, 3rd and 15. Let's get a stop. Okay, we're bringing a heavy. Oh my goodness. We just feel like Denzel Ward with this act. We just feel too good for them right now. Let's see. Can we put a just bow on this first half? Tyreek, Debo for 23. We got 1st and goal. We're trying to go up 35-7 in the first half. We got big power set with Miles Sanders in the backfield here. Gonna do a toss to Miles. Can he get the edge? He does. And it is 35-7 Trojans. We roll. No return. 2nd and 6. Okay, they actually score a late touchdown, but they actually left us 40 seconds. Josh Allen, 21, 4th and inches. Okay, we're punting. Okay, so they get ball at half. They really need a score here. 2nd and 13, 1st and 10, 2nd and 10, 1st and goal. And they score. All of a sudden, it's a 2-score game. They scored 2 quick touchdowns, and we got 3rd and 11 here. Man, these games get wild. Like, we had it just seemed like we were in total control, and now all of a sudden it is a 2-score game. It's 3rd and 11. They're trying to get the ball back right here. Josh Allen, we got trips to the top of the field. Okay, Josh, little screen out to Miles. I hate the play call. Hate. Okay, we are punting this ball. This feels like it felt like it was going to be an absolute blowout, but here we go. Whoa. Oh, I accidentally did quarter. Okay, it's 35-21. We skipped 2 possessions there. 1st and 10, they punted. Okay, 5 yards, 3 yards, 5 yards, 5 yards. Hayford for 13. Miles, Webb. Okay, we got 2nd and goal from the 5. That's actually going to take us to the 4th quarter. So still a 2-score game going into the 4th. Okay, we're going to watch the end of this drive here. 2nd and goal from the 5-yard line. Josh shotgun 2x2. Set. And he drops back. Time. Sanders picks up a nice block. And they get actually a nice knockout there. I mean, a field goal makes it a 3-score game. So field goal doesn't really hurt us. Just don't throw a pick, Josh Allen. Josh Allen never throws picks, though. So I'm sure we'll be fine. Yeah, so here it is. 3rd and goal. What do we got here? Josh drops back, finds it. Debo. Yep, Debo over the middle. And that should ice it. That's Josh's 4th touchdown of the game. We're going to go ahead and end a game here unless something wild happens. 21-42. They do score a touchdown there, but we score. They score, and that is it. 35-49 final. And we win our 10th national. That was the play of the game. Josh to Tyreek. We win our 10th national championship versus Arkansas. Crazy. So yeah, we really dominated this one, guys. I don't know if there's any ways you guys could think of to make it a little more hard on me when I do these rebuilds, when I use these like really good colleges. The next one I have planned is a good school who used to be really good, but they're kind of down right now. So it might be make it a little more difficult. It's not like a huge, like, I don't know. They've won a lot, but yeah, we'll see. But if you guys have any ideas, but yeah, that is our 10th national championship in 15 seasons. I mean, that's kind of what our stats are looking like defensively. 6 tackles for a loss for Quinnen Williams. My goodness. 4 sacks on the day. We had no picks. There it is. 10 natties. Wild. Okay, let's look at just kind of the final stats. So Josh finishes 3rd in the country in passing. Josh Rosen 1st. Miles, there he is, doesn't have 1,000 yards. Debo 5th in the country in receiving. Tackles, Jalen Smith. Sacks, Josh Sweat. INTs. Jalen had 4. Humphrey had 10. 3,400, 37 touchdowns. He was hurt a little bit this year, I think, Josh, which brought down his numbers a little bit. He did have 500 yards on the ground. Miles, 867, 16 touchdowns. Debo, 1,200 yards. Tyreek, just under 1,000. He had 1,200 last year. Christian Kirk, 700. Justin Jefferson is a true freshman, had 365 and 8 scores. I think I'm going to play Justin in the slot next year just for... We're going to have Debo, Reek, and Justin Jefferson, which is just stupid. Okay, so... Oh, I want to look at... Let's just see our All-Americans quick. I like to look at that. Somehow, Arkansas finished as the #1 team, but we won the national championship. Not really sure about that, but we won the national championship, though. I don't know. That's weird. Old game. Sometimes weird things happen. Okay. Bunch on the O-line on first team plus Sweat, Jalen Smith, and our kicker. Second team, Debo, Quinnen Williams, Jalen Ramsey. Freshman, Tua Tagovailoa for Nebraska, Etienne, Jonah, Dickerson, Phillips on D end, and our kicker. So our kicker was a first-team All-American as a freshman. Let's advance to the offseason. We don't have any recruiting here, so I'm pretty much just going to sim through here pretty quick. We're just going to look at players leaving is really the only thing you guys will care about. So here's where we sit before our final season. 10 national championships, 193-13, 39-1 versus our rivals, 14-1 in bowls. The only time we didn't win was we did lose another national championship against Notre Dame. Let's go to players leaving. Okay, we got some guys trying to declare. Oh, Buddha. Okay, we get Buddha back. I was thinking of doing something where I would let more people to maybe make it harder. Like I could only convince one guy not to declare for the draft because, you know, it is kind of unrealistic. You would get to keep basically every player till their senior year. So if in the off season, I was like, I'm only allowed to maybe do 1 or 2, maybe depending if there's like 7 guys, you could do 2. If there's only like 4 or under, you can do 1, something like that. And then I have to kind of pick and choose, just it would make it harder. But who do we lose? We lose Jalen Ramsey, Jalen Smith, our tight end, corner, guard, punter. The big ones are the Jalens, Jalen Ramsey and Jalen Smith on defense. We actually didn't lose as much as some other years. Okay, here we are, the start of the 2018 season, our final season at the helm. And let's take a look at what our final roster looks like. So we got Josh Allen as a starter. We have a 99 backup, a 94 third string. We have Miles Sanders at the starter. Really good depth, including Najee Harris. I'll probably make Najee the backup just for fun. We got Christian Kirk, Tyreek Hill, Debo Samuels, Justin Jefferson at wide receiver. Like I said, I think I'm going to play Jefferson at our third wideout. We'll make him like number 7, get him swaggy out there, and Kirk can be number 4. Tight end, we lost Hayford. We do have this Baker, and we got James Smith. Left tackle, Jonah Williams with Tristan Wirfs. Isaiah Wynn. Look at our guards there. 97 Landon Dickerson, 97 Jermaine Moore, 99 Connor Williams, 96 Josh Sweat, 95 Brown with Phillips behind him. Quinnen Williams, a junior, 97, 92, 89, 87. 90 outside linebacker with a good backup. 90 Dylan Moses with a good backup behind him. And then Fred Warner at 99 at outside linebacker. We got Denzel Ward as our best corner with Dowdle, Gray. I'll probably play Chauncey Gardner-Johnson in the slot though. We got 3, just unreal safeties. Buda Baker in his senior year with Byron Murphy as his backup. Jamal Murray in his senior year, and we'll probably play Byron Murphy as his other backup. 90 kicker, 96 punter. We are stacked. We will not be looking at any red shirts. Let's look at our schedule. We're B+. We'll give ourselves a tough early game. Screw Army. Let's go. We've never played Penn State. Okay, they have a game. Let's see if they have an opening here. Okay, we're going to book Penn State. I think this is probably the second best team in the country after us. Then we also got number 7, Oklahoma, Utah, Colorado, Stanford, Notre Dame. Tough ass schedule that we are going to have to get through. Let's get through this season. So we got a bye week, then Army, then Penn State, who looks actually low-key sick. Well, they don't have a QB. They forgot about the number one position, the most important position in football that you can have. Okay, Army should be a win. 45-17, get it done. Penn State lost week 1. And then we got Oklahoma with Herbert next week. There it is. We're 1-1. That might drop us to like 15 in the country or something. 12. Okay, we got OU. If we lose this, our title hopes we only fell to 7. If we lose this, our title hopes are dashed. On the road, we get a 6-point win. Okay, Oregon State. And we got Utah with Jalen Hurts. Get a huge win there, 56-0. This is a chance. I know we lost to Penn State. This is a chance to be our wildest offense ever of the whole sim. 99 Josh Allen throwing to Tyreek, Christian Kirk, Debo, and Justin Jefferson. Are you kidding me? But that Josh Allen literally played the most Josh Allen game of all time in that game against Penn State. School record in passing yards, 3 picks, and we lose. Utah, 48-14. We're already back up to number 4, so everybody's losing to start the year. Colorado, who beat us last year, they're 8th in the country. We gotta win this. 60. I told you guys, this offense has a chance to be absolutely crazy. I know we lost. We lost a game. We've done that a lot, honestly. I only lost 9 games in that Miami sim. We've lost a game now for 5 straight years. We had 2 undefeated seasons in a row, and then we've lost at least one, or we've lost 1 game in 6 straight years. Josh just threw 7 touchdowns in that game. Okay, we got to go look at that. I got to look at the scores. Josh just threw 7 touchdowns against a top 10 team who beat us last year. 19 of 21 with 7 touchdowns. That is cracked. He had 52 yards rushing as well. Whoa. I told you, this offense this could be something. We're already back up to number 3. We can't lose again, though. You lose 2, we're not making it. Even though one year we did lose 2 and make it, but we're not making it. The lucky thing with that Penn State loss, too, is it wasn't in the Pac 14, Pac 12. So that doesn't hurt our chances of making our conference championship game. Okay, ASU, we're number 4 now. Speed ASU on the road, 56. We are putting up points. Putting up points, ladies and gentlemen. Arizona, we're up to number 2. We'll sim this game, and then we'll look at the comp. Oh, 61. Guys, this offense is cracked right now. I don't know if I've seen an offense on this type of run this early. Especially, like, we're not like playing. This is all in like conference play. I want to go look at, I haven't been looking at scores and schedule, like the stats from individual games much, but the way we're scoring, Josh, 16 to 20, like not even playing that much, honestly. Okay, that was actually not that crazy. We were just putting up points. Okay, yeah, let's look. So we are number 2. We play Stanford this week. There's no unbeaten, so we're basically just even with everyone. Penn State has 3 losses, but their QB just sucks. It's too bad because that's a sick team. Michigan still gonna have to play Ohio State. And Ohio State only has 1 loss. Yeah, so it's early. No one's unbeaten, so it's up in the air. Heisman, Josh has got to be leading us. Josh is second to Joe Morris. Okay, running back, Bama. Season stats, Josh first by 400 yards over Josh Rosen. Sanders, yeah, 148. Debo, 750. So I think we're really just spreading the ball to everyone. Fred Warner, 32 tackles. Quinnen Williams, 3 sacks. We have like no picks on the year. 203 rating. 3 picks, and they were all in the Penn State game. He hasn't even thrown a pick other than that. He's averaging 374 yards a game. Plus another 38. Yeah, he's averaging over 400 yards of offense a game. Receiving, I mean, it's just spread it around. 5 guys all just getting love. All over 50. Oh, Tyreek got hurt. Tyreek was at 125 a game. How hurt is Reek? I want to look at, are we over, we got to be over 50 a game right now. 49.7. I hope we get over 50. That'd be sick. What was I? Oh, yeah. How hurt is Reek? Do not be out for the year. 7 weeks. That sucks. That sucks. That might, what is it, week 11? He might be back for the Natty. If we make it, Stanford win, only 45. Okay, Coastal, sim through. 65 again. Again with 60. This offense, boys, we're on another level. UCLA, then Notre Dame. Let's go. UCLA, get a win on the road. Boom, 59-24. So we never lost to UCLA. 16 straight years we beat our crosstown rival. Boom, put it on the board. Okay, Notre Dame, last regular season game of the sim, ranked at home 56-14. We're above 100%. We're above 650 points a game scored right now without our best offensive weapon. Tyreek is hurt. Okay, we're gonna sim to conference championship. Okay, we got 7-5 Texas, so we're just gonna sim through this. 52-13. I should have looked who we might play, but we're just on a roll. The amount of points we are scoring is insane. We should make it. We're number 2. I guess I should have put a little more freaking thought into that. I think we're in. We're in. Josh doesn't win the Heisman. This guy did have, holy shit, this guy had over 3,000 yards. Who do we play? We got number 1 Ohio State. They do have 2 losses, but cool. Ohio State to end it. We got in over A&M. I'm kind of shocked they finished ahead of us, but what is Josh at? Josh, if he has a big game, he could get over 5,000 yards when the next closest is 3,100. Crazy. Debo, good chance he finishes the most in the country. Crazy. All right, so we're just gonna get into this one, playing Ohio State in the national championship, going for our 12th ring. I don't even know, so many at this point. I think it's 12. No, we've won 10. We're going for 11. That's what we're going for. 51 points a game, first on defense. We're trying to end this off with a killer season. Josh Allen, they have a bunch of injuries. We have none. They are the number 1 team in the country, but yeah, here we go. We're trying to end this going out on top at Hard Rock in Miami. Okay, we're gonna go through the first quarter here. They go up 7-0. They go up 10-0. Wow, they are up 10-0 right now. We get a stop. Okay, now we got to go drive. Josh, throwaway. 1st and 10. 2nd and 7. 1st and 10. 2nd and 10. 3rd and 12 here. Okay, it's time to go answer here. We're down 10 in the second quarter. So it's go time here. Josh drops back. Fires it down underneath. That's Justin Jefferson. Sophomore turns it upfield, turns on the Jets. Yeah, he's got a chance at 5,000 passing yards in this season. JJ turns on the afterburners and scores. They fumbled on the kickoff as well. Wow. Okay, now it's 3rd and 8. All of a sudden in the red zone once again. We are trying to put this on ice. We got empty trips to the top of the screen. Josh Allen in shotgun. We had a screen set up and Josh couldn't even get it out. Brian Burns bursts into the backfield and brings back down Josh. Okay, we'll go through this quarter a little bit here. So, okay, we got 3rd and 11 here for Ohio State. Let's see what they can do. They got trips to the top. Quarterback in shotgun. 3rd and 11, drops back. Can we get a pass rush? Oh, checks it. Ooh, we almost got a pick there on the bounce. Steve Brown is our QB. He does have 150 yards, but nothing doing there. Tyreek, fair catch. Tyreek for 28. Miles for, okay, 1st and 10, -2. And we score. Tyreek Hill, 34-yard touchdown. Just feels like we have too much gas. Once we can really, sometimes we can start slow, but once we kind of put it together, teams just cannot keep up with us at this point. We got 3 down, 4 linebackers. They're in shotgun. We're bringing a blitz from the 2nd level. They do pick up the 1st down and another 10 yards on the play. Okay, we'll keep it rocking. 17th, 1st and 10. Okay, 2nd and 3. 1st and goal, 2nd and goal, 3rd and goal from the half-yard line. Let's see if our defense can come up big here. 35 seconds left in the half. They're going to hand it off. Oh, he gets in. There we go. So that's a touchdown. They're going to tie this up. Should be a tie ball game going into the half here. Only 30 seconds left. I don't think we'll get too aggressive. Hits. Oh my God. We just hit Hill for 26 and then 35-yard gains. Wow. Having Tyreek Hill with Josh Allen is an absolute cheat code. We got 9 seconds left. We do have a timeout as well. Josh Allen drops back. Oh, okay. Just call your timeout. Kick your field goal. We do. Be a bit longer of a field goal after that sack on Josh, but do we make it? Okay, I don't know what happened there. We didn't even kick a field goal. So something weird happened with the sim there, I think, but anyway, it is 17 all. We stop them. They have to punt. Josh throw. Okay, we got 3rd and 13. Tie ball game against Ohio State. Trips to the bottom. Josh Allen in shotgun directing traffic. Oh my gosh, we tried to screen again. They brought, oh my, they have a sick D-line. Brian Burns, 2 really good D tackles. I think they got Bosa as well. Like, their D-line is crazy. They seem to be giving us a little bit of trouble. 3rd and 9 here for Ohio State. Josh has 200 yards and 2 touchdowns, but on some of those big key downs, they've got a lot of pressure. Okay, let's go. Gonna roll out. Oh, what a hit. I think that was Buda Baker. Absolutely blows the guy up. That was a hit and a half. Wow. Okay, Tyreek 2 yards. We got 3rd and 10 again, though. We're 3 of 10 on 3rd down. I think this is because then when they can really pin their ears back, they have an insane defensive line and they can just get after Josh. Hey, we're motioning our tight end across. Okay, we have time here. Nope. And we go down. Held the ball too long. De'Aaron Payne, he's got 14 tackles, 8 tackles for a loss. He has 8 tackles for a loss right now and 2 sacks. And we just fumble and they return it for a touchdown. We're down 7. This D-line is giving us all type of trouble. Okay, we hit Jefferson for 23. 3rd and 6. We hit Tyreek for 13. We hit Jefferson for 20. Okay, 1st and goal from the 4-yard line. It feels like we're either getting big plays or their D-line is wrecking us. Like, we just have to be able to get the ball out to our playmakers. But if there's one team that can limit that, it is this Ohio State team with this D-line. But we find our tight end. Oh, gets pushed out of the end zone. They're going to call him down at about the 1-yard line, even half-yard line there. Yeah, Josh has 250, 2 tutties, but okay, here we go. Josh under center. We're going to do a little quick toss here to Miles. Cut that back in. He runs into the offensive lineman, Miles Sanders. And now we have 3rd and goal here. We will take our 3, make it a 4-point game, but I mean, we want a touchdown here. Josh under center. We got Tyreek and Debo to the bottom of the screen. Josh, quick drop, fires a slant over the middle. Tyreek Hill for the score. We tie this bad boy up. 24 all. Let's see what our defense can do here. And they have to punt it. Tyreek Hill, 8 yards. 4th and 8. Sack again for Josh Allen. We have to, okay, we stop them now. We have to remember, I need to check out Ohio State's defensive stats after this game. Okay, we got 3rd and 3 here. Because the amount of pressure they're getting, sacks, tackles for a loss is actually insane. Okay, Josh, you got time. But every time I say that, they get a sack. Oh, that was an incredible throw. Debo climbs the ladder and goes and picks it up. That is a huge pickup. 36 yards from the end zone. Spread here. Okay, drops back. Fires a little check down to Miles Sanders. Picks it up for 5 yards. 281 for Josh. Okay, gonna do a little pop pass over the middle. Is that Jefferson? Jefferson for 6. Josh is kind of just, he's getting in a rhythm. It feels like we're 20 of 27, but that doesn't include sacks and negative plays, right? Like, that's the difference here. Miles Sanders. Oh, he actually picks up yards there. That looked like it was going to be another negative, but we do pick it up. Ran the ball 20 times for like 47 yards with Miles Sanders. Their D-line is eating. We have a little counter, and that's another TFL. 3rd and 6. I think we're in field goal range, but yeah, 24 rushes for 45 yards. That is insane. We are in field goal range. I'm worried about the D-line here. This D-line might absolutely eat us alive. We'll see. Josh drops back, slides, fires it underneath. That's another negative play. It is 24 all. We are going to take our 3 and just hope our defense can get a stop. We get it. So we're up 27-24 in the national championship when we got Ohio State to 3rd and 12. I'm not confident we can run this out though either. Like even if they stop us here, if we try to run the ball, we can't run the ball on this front. So drops back, fires one over the middle, and they're about a yard short with 5:30 left. Are they gonna go for this? Are they gonna punt it? They're gonna punt it. Tyreek Hill 4 yards. Okay, we get a 2-yard rush. 3rd and 3. Oh my gosh, Josh Allen throw away, and we're punting the football. Okay, 6-yard rush, throw away. 1st and 10. 3rd and 4. This game. 4 down for us. What can this QB do for Ohio State? Drops back, trying a little screen pass to the running back. Can we rally? Oh my goodness, he just picked it up by about half a yard. They're running back. 2-yard rush. Hits him for 21. 9-yard rush. 3-yard rush. 1-yard rush. 3rd and 9. 2:18 left. Can we hold him to a field goal and then we can just give it to Josh and go try to win this thing? Okay, he's going to drop back. QB. Oh, yes. I think that was Jamal Adams came and met him and put him in the dirt. They're going to kick a field goal. It is good. We have a 27 all ball game. 1 yard. Okay, we got 1st and 10 for 23 yards for Debo, and we're just going to let this drive rock now. We got it about the 50-yard line. All we need is a field goal here to win our 11th national championship in 16 years. Motion our tight end across the formation. Let's see what we can do. 1:10 left. 27 all. Josh Allen trying to win his 3rd straight national championship as the starter at SC. He's taking a bomb. He's launching it. Oh my goodness. This guy legit plays like Josh Allen. Like an absolute gunslinger. Let's throw it to Tyreek on a 70-yard bomb and overthrow him by 10 yards on 1st down in the national championship, because why not? Okay, Josh drops back again. Time, check down there. Ooh. Now all of a sudden it's 3rd and 5. If they stop us here, they can get the ball back. Debo has 72 yards on the day. We're going hurry up, 47 seconds. Josh 3:13 on the day. Directing traffic here, motioning Reek. The motioning Reek's playing tight end right now for us. Why are we letting the clock wind down? Snap it! Oh my god, man. The clock management in this game. Oh, and there's nothing I can do. Why would you let the clock run down? Oh my goodness. It is 4th and 1. And there's 10 seconds left. I'm flabbergasted. We're going for it. I'm taking over. Let's see. What does coach say here? We're not punting. We'll run ace post. This is what they're... I don't really... Actually, we'll call it timeout. Let's see here. I'm going empty stick. I don't care. Empty stick's my favorite short yardage play if I want to throw the ball. The thing here, though, even if they do stop us, they probably won't have enough time to go actually get any points. Okay, all of a sudden, look at the seam here to Baker. I'm checking to that. No, they rode me there. Fire it in, Debo! Over the middle. Call a timeout. Okay, we have 1 timeout left. We need a play and then a timeout. We need to gain about 10 yards here in under 7 seconds. No, don't run the ball. Do not run the ball on this front. How long of a field goal is this? Will it tell me? 53. Do you think I can nail a 53-yarder? Let's try it. Do you think I can nail this, boys? This is it. For 11. I hit it off the goalpost. 53 yards to win my 11th national championship off the goalpost, and it deflects in. There it is. Oh my goodness. Oh man, Justin Jefferson. Oh, come on, the field goal. I clutch it up and hit a 53 game winner. National championship on the line. Off the goalpost. Can't draw it up any better than that, guys. There's still a little bit left in the sim, but I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'm still going to go over all the final stuff for the sim, but there it is. That is 16 seasons down. Like I said, this is my third time trying this. This is the most championships we have won. Like I said, leave a comment down below if there's any ways you think I could do this to make it a little harder. Josh Allen, 323. Miles did nothing. Receiving, it was Tyreek Hill was by far our best. Defensively, we were making plays too, some TFLs. We had no sacks. I don't think we had any ints either. I really want to look at their defensive stats. Christian Wilkins had... Okay, what? De'Aaron Payne had 8 tackles for loss. Wilkins had 4. Burns had 2. Patrick Queen had 2. That is insane. And they had 4 sacks. But look at those TFLs. I've never even seen anything like that. They had almost 20 tackles for a loss. Wow. Their D-line was scary, but we clutch it up with a field goal to win it. Add profile, 3 in a row. That's our second three-peat. We're going to advance to the end of season. Yeah, so I'm going to be coming back to doing stuff like this, but I actually have the biggest NCAA project I have ever tried coming up. It'll be out next week, and it is going to be insane. I'm working on it as soon as I'm done this video. Tomorrow, it's like 10 at night almost right now where I am. Tomorrow, I am working on it. I'm going to start it, and it is going to be probably 6 videos long, and yeah, it is going to be absolutely insane. I cannot wait for you guys to see it. 6 videos, all 4 hours. Crazy. Okay, so we win 11 national titles. Josh Allen does end up passing for 5,000 yards, 57 passing touchdowns. He just had one of the greatest college football seasons ever. 1,700 yards close than the next closest. Debo actually led the country in receiving yards. Fred Warner, 9th in tackles. Sweat had 4 sacks. We had like no interceptions on the year. Josh Allen, 5,000 passing yards and 57. Plus he averaged, so he had 62 touchdowns and 5,500 yards this year in 14 games. My goodness. Ron Miles actually ran for the most yards on the team. I think, did Miles Sand? No, he just ran more. Kind of weird. Receiving, we had, Tyreek got hurt. That's why. Tyreek was at 130 a game. Jefferson is a sophomore, ends up with 1,000 yards as our 3rd receiver. Baker has a huge year at tight end. Kirk had a good year. We had these 5 is just absolutely sick. 4 guys with over 10. Like if Tyreek wouldn't have got hurt, I would have loved to see our stats. It would have been crazy. Fred Warner, another huge tackle year for him. He's getting a ton of awards this year. Here's our TFLs. Here's our sacks. Here's our ints. Okay, I want to look at our school records, see how many we hit. So passing touchdowns in a career, Mark Sanchez had the most. The only one we didn't beat was the passing touchdowns in a game. Passing touchdowns in a season was Josh Allen. So Sanchez actually had the most passing yards in a career. Who was our QBs? We went from Matt Leinart to Sanchez. Was it just right to Mariota and then Josh Allen? Was that it? Was it only 4? Might have been only 4. Because Mariota was unreal. 1-3. Josh is 1-3. If we look at receiving, Devontae Adams, most receiving touchdowns in a career. Mike Williams had 20 in a season for us. Devontae was the best receiver we had over the course of our time here. Rushing, DeMarco Murray had 25 in a season. He had the most in a career. Reggie Bush had the most rushing yards in his career. Passing, we already looked at. Receiving, we already looked at. Oh, defense. We didn't set any of the awards. Wonder if for the NCAA were any set over this. They should be coaching career. Yeah, so they'll be in yellow if we beat them. Yeah, we got the most national titles. Sanchez had the most ever passing touchdowns. That's cool. Individual season, we didn't. So that is it. The last thing we're going to look at here, guys, is just our coach info. So this is a cool thing. I actually didn't really look at this the first time because I didn't really know about it when I did it with Bama. So we had a 206-14 record We played 16. We had 16 seasons. We had a 34-game win streak, 12 conference championships, 11 national championships, 90-8 versus the top 25, 41-1 versus our rivals. Average recruiting rank literally doesn't make sense. It says we're 10. We had number one class basically every year, so I don't really understand that. 14 of 16 years we had a top recruiting class, but I didn't recruit the last 2 years, so that can kind of throw it off. 5 Heisman Trophy winners, and we had 157 All-American players. And when you look, the next closest person had 71 over this time. Yeah, that is kind of it, guys. That is going to wrap it up. Like I said, let me know if there's anything you guys should think I should improve in these videos, in these series, and be on the lookout. I have something so crazy planned. It'll be out next week. I cannot wait for you guys to see it. Thank you for all your support. If you made it this far, guys, in this series, and you appreciate it and you enjoyed watching the videos, definitely leave a sub and leave a like on the video and a comment. Thank you guys a ton. That is it. King Reggie out.